This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego, only on WTOP.
Well, although the puck drop in October down the cooler seems like an eternity ago, it's the final weekend of regular season play here at the Deb. Hello, everyone. Thomas Turgeon, Thomas Tallerino, and Merrick Patowski with me tonight on the pregame show. The Buffalo State Bengals coming to town, and guys, overall a big game at hand for both of these squads.
Yeah, this is a big matchup between these two teams tonight. We got two SUNY playoff contenders in here. We're in for a thrilling night.
Absolutely. First off, I want to say it's an honor to join these two absolute gentlemen on the perch today. It's going to be a wild one here in the Deb, and it's crucial for Oswego to put up 2 dubs, not just today, but also this weekend on Saturday.
Absolutely, and we talk about a crucial win tonight and a crucial 2 points as we look at the standings in just a few short moments. And really, it's a tight race all the way until the very end. Oswego will get into the expectations as well as the implications of this weekend alone. But just take a look at that top 3, Tommy. It's a 3-legged race, and you could say maybe even a 4-legged race down to the very end.
Yeah, I mean, it is wire-to-wire tight. We got Brockport Morrisville Pot Center all out of it. They've officially been eliminated. You got Buffalo State fighting for around the 3rd to the 6th seed. Plattsburgh, Oswego up there, top 2. Oswego, we'll talk about a little bit later. Oswego has to win out if they want that number 1 seed. Geneseo had a crucial loss to Fredonia. It's going to be tough to try to keep up with the top 2. They'll likely end up in 3rd. But this is very important for these top teams.
Turge, you're saying there's a chance for the number 1 seed? Honestly, we thought that it would be a close race, but none of us thought it would be this close, coming down to the wire last weekend, and it all counts. Not just for Plattsburgh and Oswego, but Geneseo also trying to fight for that number 2 seed. It would be big for Oswego to get 1 dub, lock in that number 2 seed, and then all you have to worry about is getting that last one on Saturday. So, crucial matchup here for the Lakers coming into the final stretch of the SUNY season.
There's no doubt about it. In those last 3 teams, Brockport, Morrisville, and Potsdam, all eliminated from playoff contention. Fredonia, on the other hand, they are locked in at the 6th seed. Other than that, the rest of them are free game as we look to the weekend ahead and then the future as Oswego has clinched a playoff berth. They have Buffalo State tonight, Fredonia on Saturday, but if they drop this weekend, they'll be playing on Wednesday in the quarterfinal at the higher seed of those standings. So, Tommy, take it away. How important are these 2 games? You start off with a playoff contender like Buffalo State on Friday, and then Fredonia on Saturday at 2 different styles of 2 different teams.
Yeah, this is a big weekend. You know, they want to win out. You got to win out if you're Oswego, in my opinion. You got to get that 1st seed, play to that home ice. They could potentially finish 1st in the SUNY and then look for their 1st SUNY title since 2014. That is going to be huge for this program. We got pucks flying up here.
Puck. What are we doing?
Oh my goodness, we got pucks flying up here in the pregame show.
That was a targeted attack down
What
there.
are we doing up here? But I can't believe that.
So want to get that on replay real quick? Jeez, I've been on the perch here for 5
Who's on
minutes and
replay?
they're trying to get me out of here.
Who's on replay? Is that Natalie? You got to clip that for us.
Coming back to these final 2 games. Crucial, like we said. Win out, that's the key here. Buffalo State and Fredonia, even though they're on the bottom of the playoff picture, they're still really important teams to beat. I still can't get over I got hit by a puck here.
That was very close.
Whatever. Anyways, so winning out today against Buffalo, locking in on Fredonia. We saw last year Fredonia coming in clutch against Oswego, beating us in the second half of the season. Hopefully you can counter a little bit of what Buffalo State's going to throw at you today. But Fredonia, also another tough team. Not an easy win for those Lakers to pick up.
Absolutely not. And Fredonia, on the other hand, upsetting Geneseo just last weekend on senior night in the Steel Hall Ice Arena. But we talked about what happens if Oswego wins out this weekend. Let's take a look. And it's big implications for the Oswego State Lakers as they look to claim the 1st overall seed in the SUNY. That hasn't been accomplished in quite some time for the Lakers. But on the other hand, there's some different scenarios. A split on the weekend will be a 2nd place. Getting swept on the weekend with the Geneseo loss, they still will remain in 2nd place. But a sweep with a Geneseo win, like I mentioned, guys, you guys are down into the 3rd seed, and you're playing on Wednesday, and then if you win after that, you're playing on Saturday with 2 games in a week. And obviously that is not what you want to do if you're the Lakers, and you really control your own destiny at this point.
Yeah, you really want to walk out here with at least one win, because if you don't win both of them, at least you're getting second place still, and you're also going to buy. Top two are going to buy. So you get a little rest. That is important with this time of the year. You want your players healthy and rested. And, if you get swept, you could be looking at a pretty bad situation. You don't want to go on the road for those last couple matches in the SUNY playoffs.
If you're the Oswego coaching staff, you don't care about any of those other scenarios on the bottom of that graphic. You're looking to clutch up and win out both. If you can do that, smooth sailing going into the SUNY playoffs.
That's a very nice boat pun, as we are here on the Great Shores of Lake Ontario. But that'll do it for us for just a brief moment, as we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll send down the sideline with Maddie Flood and much more. You're watching men's hockey on WTOP 10.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Parise, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia, and I'm Donna.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally got that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outer Urban Studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego here on WTOP 10. It's the Buffalo State Bengals, and you'll notice a little bit of a different logo on the other side for the Oswego State Lakers, as it is Pride Night for Oswego State, a great event and a great opportunity to express really the love for our community and just individuals as a whole going into such a big matchup against the Bengals tonight.
Yeah, this is a great promotional night here in Oswego. By doing this, it shows that the program supports the idea that it's important to respect everyone and to be okay with who you are. It's okay to be you. And, without this promotion, I don't think we're going in the right step in the world.
Absolutely. We saw the women's program do this last weekend as well, carry on the tradition year to year. It's really a vital part for this organization to give back to the community. They always have. They won the NCAA Division III Community Service Award, so just helping to give back to the community and honor those that attend the game, it's a really crucial step for the Oswego State Lakers and the overall organization.
And it's not just the Oswego community, really the country and even North America, as the National Hockey League as well has promoted the Hockey is for Everyone campaign for the sport of hockey, for individuals who love the game, who play the game. But for more on that, we'll send it right down to ringside where Madison Flood is standing by. Maddie, take it away.
Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. My name is Madison Flood. Not only is it hockey night here in Oswego State, but it is also Pride Night. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the first ever Pride flag. The first Pride flag was actually invented in 1977 by an artist, activist, and openly gay veteran named Gilbert Baker. He was originally tasked by an historical figure in the fight for rights of the LGBTQ community, Harvey Milk. Baker created the rainbow flag with 8 different colors, and I'm going to tell you which each of these colors stand for. The hot pink in the original flag symbolizes love, while the red symbolizes life. The orange symbolizes healing, while the yellow symbolizes the sunlight. The green represents nature, and the turquoise represents both magic and art. Indigo, however, stands for serenity and peace. So this was very interesting that this flag was actually inspired by the song in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, Over the Rainbow. Baker created this flag to represent the folks everywhere because, as I said, it was their first one, which I think is amazing. And this has really evolved because now they have, now they have many more flags. So tonight, the players will be having rainbow tape on their sticks to represent the LGBTQ community everywhere. All right. So okay. And we will be right back in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back into Hockey Night in Oswego right here on WTOP 10 for Pride Night in the first semifinal 2 games here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena on the regular season. So overall, Tommy, it's a big night. The guys in the press box are waiting, but we just want to give a quick shout out to Jared Wakefield, who was supposed to be on the call for tonight's game, but could not due to personal reasons, and we give our thoughts and well wishes to Jared through the rest. But we'll throw it over to the press box right now where Kyle Spizak and Michael Shetler are waiting. Boys, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm Kyle Spizak. Alongside me is my partner in crime, Mr. Michael Shiesty Shetler. And today we've got a really big game that has a lot of implications when it comes into the SUNY tournament coming up in the next couple of weeks and the playoffs. Don't we, Shetler?
Yeah, I mean, Spiffy Spee, is always a pleasure to be joining you. And I feel like I sound like a broken record each week, but this week the stakes could not get any higher as the Lakers control their own destiny. They want to get that 1 seed. They got to win both games. Going 1-1 will get them the 2 seed. And then, yeah, the stakes could not be any higher. The Lakers really need to come out and end this season strong.
Without a doubt, the Lakers need these 2 wins to secure the first place spot in the SUNY at the end of the season going into the postseason, but they can't do that, like I said, without taking home tonight and tomorrow. But we got to focus on tonight. And Shet, you did a little bit of backtracking, you did a little bit of research yourself, a little bit of deep diving,
of course,
digging
absolutely.
it a little bit. So, tell me about your deep dive. What are some of the things you found, and what are some things you're gonna be looking out for in this game for both teams? Starting off with Buffalo State.
Yeah, you know, Shet's picks, you know, a new occurrence here for Buff State. I have Glamorous Joe Glamos. This man is dominant on the ice, and I think he is going to be an integral part to Buffalo State's success if they want to come out with a win. He's got 10 goals on the season, 18 assists. This man is a dog, 28 points. I don't know if his buddies call him Glamorous Joe, but they should. This man is a dog, and I think that he is going to be the key if Buffalo State really wants to come out with a win here tonight.
Without a doubt. So we talked about Buff State. Now, give me your hometown favorite. What do you think the hometown pleaser is going to be?
Oh, you know, I got to go with All Reliable tonight. I got to go with Shane, the Behemoth Bull. And with Alex DiCarlo not active tonight, I think Shane really has to step up. Second in goals with 8, 14 assists on the season. This man has came in clutch at several points of the season, and I think at a point where it is so important to come out with a win this game and this weekend, I think he really has to come in clutch, and you can expect a fantastic performance out of him tonight, mark my words.
Yeah, I mean, Bull, 4 points in the last 2 games. He's been on a tear lately, so they're going to be looking for that same production out of him again here tonight if they do want to try to sweep up the season and close it out with 2 W's. But as we did mention a little bit, Alex DiCarlo is not in the lineup tonight.
That's
a big shocker for the Lakers. DiCarlo 6 points in the last 3 games. It's going to be a big miss for the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, DiCarlo leads the team in goals with 11. It seems like every game he is an integral part. He is always there on the ice, and he is always coming in clutch. So without him, you know, I think the Lakers could face some trouble tonight. But I think they got to get that team mentality, and, you know, it's the next man up mentality, and I think that they got to execute tonight with or without Alex DiCarlo.
And DiCarlo's not the only one they're missing tonight. They are missing Jackson Arcand as well. Arcand, again, being on a little bit of a tear of his own. 3 points in the last 2 games. Doing good offensively, and he's a big body forward. And that's something this Oswego State team needs. They need the bigger bodied forwards that can go into the corners, grind it out, and play physical. So that's going to be a big loss for them as well, don't you think?
Yeah, I think Buff State, the one thing about Buff State, they are a gritty, physical team. They are fast-paced. And with a guy like Arcand, who is, like you said, a big body, I think that is going to be a tough loss for them tonight. Because without Arcand, you don't get that physical presence on that ice, and I think it could play a big role tonight.
Without a doubt, we'll just have to wait and see how the story of the game takes over. But that's enough of us for now. You'll hear us in a little bit. We're throwing it back over to the boys on the perch. Take it away, Tommy.
Kyle Shetler, thank you as always. Some good picks there. Shane Bull and Joe Glamos, really 2 key guys. And they mentioned Alex DiCarlo and Jackson Arcand out of the lineup. Brett Fudger and Rocco Andriaki, the substitutions for the Lakers. But we're talking about offense a little bit. So why don't we just not hesitate and we'll dive right into P-Tax Attack.
Whoa, who came up with this name?
Merritt
Oh my
Patowski.
goodness, what is this? Who made this graphic?
That'd be your producer, Jacob Bradley,
Oh,
but take us
absolutely
right
amazing.
through it.
Absolutely. These 2 teams, while looking at the standings, you might not think that they're even in their offensive capabilities. They are. Take a look at the statistics here. You can see the goals per game, 3.4 on the money. Both teams comparable in their goals per game throughout the season. Oswego has a bit of an edge on the shots per game, but that's typical with the high caliber offense that they have. They tend to take more shots on net, while Buffalo State is looking for more quality or quantity over quality. So, excuse me, other way around. Anyways, power play goals, both very even as well. Oswego started to really pick up their momentum with the power play, especially over the last couple games. Buffalo State also another lethal power play in the SUNY, one of the more effective in the division. And we can talk about goal conversion percentage as well. When we talk about goal conversion, we're talking about grade A's and which grade A's were actually scored on. 2.6 and 2.1 or 2.1 are very impressive numbers, especially for both of these teams. Buffalo State, they might not get as many grade A quality opportunities as the Lakers do, but both teams can convert when they get the puck on the stick in those dangerous scoring areas. We're talking about in the middle of the slot, 2-on-1 odd man rushes, and so on. Both teams, as you can tell, very effective with the way they put together their offenses. And both were hoping to see a very high offensive caliber game today, but hoping that the Lakers have the slightest edge over Buffalo State.
Absolutely. And Tommy, on the other hand, you look at the stats, they really don't lie. These 2 teams on the offensive front are really comparable, both currently tied with goals for and goals per game, which kind of coincides with each other considering they've both played the same amount of games. Who's got the leverage here? Because I really want to get your thoughts on this. Both teams, they have a lot of offense to them, but in your opinion, who's going to come out tonight on top?
You know, People lie, but the stats don't lie. The
Stats
numbers
do not
are
lie.
never wrong, Turch. But I'm going Oswego on this one just because they've been firing on all cylinders the past 3 games. You know, we saw it in the Geneseo game. We saw them get shots on goal, but weren't able to convert until the 3rd period. And then they hit the road to Morrisville, and they were getting pucks on net, scoring left and right. It was a blowout. I think they're going to roll in with that momentum.
And then Merrick, on the other hand, Buffalo State, 5th ranked in the SUNYAC in goals against with 71. They got to tighten up that defensive front. They got a powerful offense on the other side of the ice with Oswego.
Absolutely. You're looking to push Oswego outside into the edges just so they're not getting as many grade A opportunities. As we just discussed, Oswego lethal when they get those scoring opportunities in the slot on man rushes. So if you're Buffalo, you need to tighten down on your defense. Prevent those chances from even happening in the first place and try to keep the puck out of your zone as much as possible. Try to keep it in the Oswego end, and if you do end up getting one of those grade A opportunities, you hope that your goaltender is going to be able to bail you out in one of those situations.
And we'll talk a little bit about goaltending later, but we're going to have to take a quick break. When we come back, it's no longer players to watch, it's things to watch. Picks and puck drops. Stay with us.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
And the crowd starts to roar here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena as the Oswego State Lakers hit the ice just before minutes to puck drop. Welcome back to the Perch. Thomas Sturgeon, Thomas Salarino, Merrick Vitowski. Let's dive right into it. Shetler already gave his players to watch, so we're going to spice things up a little bit. We're going to go with things to watch. And Tommy, start us right off. There's a lot of talking points going into this game. What are you paying attention to the most?
I think we got to bring up what we've been talking about all year on these hockey games, the special teams. The special teams have been a big problem for the Lakers, specifically the power play. Penalty kill's been solid for them all year, but the power play is starting to get going. We saw them score 2 in Geneseo. We saw them score a couple in Morrisville, and they are rolling on that cylinder. They're getting into a groove. You know, they're finding where they're finding success, and the penalty kill's still standing strong. So.
And Merrick, for you as well.
We're going to go with what we just discussed about in PTAC's attack. We're going to talk about the offense here. We saw the stats. Both teams comparable on the offensive attack. Both are very good when it comes to scoring on those grade A chances. Trying to counter that is going to be a huge task for both teams. But if you're the Lakers, just pound it on net, get those grade A opportunities, and hopefully you can convert on some of those grade A's.
A lot of opportunities with these two teams, averaging over 3 goals a game. I'm going to look on the other hand of things. I'm going to go with goaltenders, and currently we got Cal Shell in between the pipes for the Lakers, who started a lot for Oswego State. On the other end, Buffalo State, the line chart says Liam Gross but Emil Norman was on the ice for warm-ups, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see in just a few short moments. But if Norman does get the start, leading the league in saves for Buffalo State. So overall, it's going to be a big challenge for Buffalo State, and it will be Liam Gross, as PA announcer Mark Marabito just announced. So it's going to be a tough test on the other hand for goaltending. We're going to dive right into picks, though, because there's a lot of picks this week. The USCHO picking Oswego in favor over the Buffalo State Bengals 3-2. But Tommy, start me off. What are your thoughts?
I'm going similar. I'm going Oswego 4-2. You know, they've gotten into a groove right at the right time. They're getting more shots on net. They're converting on more attempts. The power play is getting going. The boys are buzzing. The style is yucky. They're firing on all cylinders.
We're going to go with the score of 5-3. We just talked about it. Both teams great putting pucks in net, both getting over 3 goals average per game throughout the season. So I can see this being a high-caliber scoring game between both sides, but I do believe that Oswego is going to have the slight advantage when it comes to goaltending. So 5-3 Oswego Lakers.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to pull a broom off of the side of our desk right now. I'm going to go with Oswego, but I'm going to go with 3-1. I've got a feeling I'm going to regret this because Emil Norman isn't getting the start on the other end. I think it might be a little bit higher, maybe close to your pick, Tommy, maybe a little bit close to your pick, Merrick. I guess we'll find out regardless, but that'll do it for us for the pregame show. We're going to send it to public address announcer Mark Marabito for the presentation of the Star Spangled Banner.
and welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena here for a matchup between the Buffalo State Bengals and the Oswego State Lakers. And we had a beautiful display of the national anthems right there. Call me Nick Sirianni, Mike, because full waterworks after that one.
Oh, that was an absolute thing of beauty. The tears are rolling. Get me some Kleenex up here. That was beautiful. I'm ready to rock, Kyle. It's a little chilly in here, but yeah, let's get this going.
Yeah, as a wise man from the Philadelphia area once said, I just want to rock. So, down in the corner, we just had the ceremonial puck drop right there in honor of Pride Night here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena here tonight. Good. It's a good thing that they do here in Oswego. Get the awareness out, really spread the message, and let everyone know they're accepted, Mike.
Oh yeah, there's several awareness things that this hockey team does. You know, Teddy Bear Toss that we had a pleasure of calling earlier this semester, and yeah, no, they got some beautiful awareness, and tonight it's really great that they show awareness for, you know, show Pride Night.
And in the Deb here tonight, it's a very crucial game, as we have mentioned multiple times throughout the pregame and our last few broadcasts, as the Lakers need to win both games this weekend, both Buff State tonight and Fredonia tomorrow, if they want to lock up the #1 seed in the SUNY. But none of that matters. All that matters is the next 60 minutes of play here in the Deb. Starting for the Lakers here tonight, the starting lineup of at right wing, Matt McQuaid, center, Tommy Cahill, and on left wing, Daniel Calabufo. Calabufo's got a few rocket shots the last couple of games that have found the twine in the back of the net, starting deep here. Nolan Barrett, a transfer in from UMass, who's been playing very well as of late, and Quinn Warmoth is his partner there. On the other end of the ice, we got Cozy Krev for Buffalo State, who has been on a tear as of late, as right away. The puck is in center ice. Now Buffalo State bringing it in a little bit. Cahill gets that one up. McQuaid's taking it up the center of the ice. He tries to find Calabufo, gets pushed to the side. A good hip check there from Leonard. Back behind the net, Leonard picks it back up. Passes over to the wing. They're going to go D to D. Cross ice over to Ford. Ford's going to skid it up a little bit himself. Pass it over to Glamos. Intercepted by Warmoth as Warmoth chops that one up the boards. Doesn't hit a stick of the Lakers, and that one's going to be icing. 19:21 left to go in the first period. And right away, Michael, nobody able to get possession of the puck and really maintain anything. It was a very back and forth. But what are your keys to the game here in this matchup for both teams?
Yeah, I know. I think there's two things that each team has to do right. For one, the Lakers definitely have to clean up some mistakes if they want to win this game. However, I said it time again, when the Lakers really shine, they got to fire out of the gate. They need to get out of this locker room with a fire lit under their you-know-what, and they got to score first and keep that momentum rolling. For the Bengals, they're a really tough, gritty team, as I aforementioned, and they're a fast-paced team. They got to capitalize on the Lakers' inability to execute on the power play and really rock here tonight, Kyle.
As we had a good opportunity right there, Bull finding Andriaki in front, my apologies. As Gato gets that one, he'll toss it over into the corner. Gato's got it once again. He tries to avoid a hit, can't do so. Fans in the Oswego bench are in an array. They thought that was a kneeing call, but nothing gets called there as Visol takes it down into the corner.
Gato with a scorpion over there.
As Andriaki's taking it up the blue line now. He'll catch the red line. He's going to dump that one in the far side corner. He'll chase after it himself. He throws a hit over on Patton. And Shane Bull's going to dump that one back down into the Buff State zone for the Lakers. Picked up behind the net by Blango. Flack has this one at the half boards. He's going to drop it down for Sleeth. Sleeth, quick start and stop. Gets a little bit of space. He'll throw it in front. A good tip from Dickinson. Goes into the pad of Gross. Ooh. Grimshaw couldn't keep that one in the zone as they have to regroup, but they enter back in Buffalo State's zone. Pass over to Patton. Patton throws it back over to Blango. Blango trying to throw it up the ice. They'll hit the stick of Figueroa. Dickinson tosses up the boards. Grimshaw tries to get it up to somebody. It's intercepted in center ice as it goes back behind the net. Shell comes out to play it. Addison throws that one up to Dickinson. Tipped off the stick of Sleeth. And that one gets fired into the bench and it goes straight off the blocker of Eric Green. Whoa. Hit a goalie, not the right goalie because they're not in net yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I do want to mention, I think the first goal of this game is really going to set the tone for the rest of this game. The Lakers have not been playing great when they come from behind. Obviously, you know, you look at those 2 overtime losses, they set themselves up for success, but it was a little too much, too late. So I think that they really got to come out firing early, and they got to score the first goal to set the tone and then ride it out into the victory.
Without a doubt. They did have a good comeback effort, but they did end up in a loss, like you said, as that shot from the point from Warmouth just gloved away by Gross right away. He'll settle a face-off again in the same spot. Now, Michael, a lot of play's been going on here. The puck's been moving around, but nobody's been able to really attack the other zone. It's kind of like a game of hacky sack. They're just going back and forth with it right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I couldn't have said it better. It's a little back and forth action. Both teams kind of getting a feel for each other as somebody just takes a huge hit. Oh my Lord.
Brett Fudger throws a huge hit. Shell pokes that one away, but it's going to be a penalty on the Lakers. Brett Fudger will find himself in the box. 17-18 left to go in the first period. Not what the Lakers want to do going down this early in the game, because as the story's been all season long, Shet, I mean, the Lakers just have not had the best penalty kill. 79.3% penalty kill rate. One of the lowers in the SUNYAC.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, like I said, that's something that Buffalo State really has to take advantage of. And it's something that I think they will right now. And with Fudger in the box, this is not an ideal way for the Lakers to start this game.
On the other hand of things, the Buffalo State Bengals, a pretty decent power play so far this season, hovering in and around 82% or so. Or not 82, sorry, about 29% on the season. So quite a good power play for them.
Yeah, you know, the seeding might not say it, but these Bengals are a great team, and it is really anybody's game here tonight, and it depends on who shows up.
One of the interesting storylines in this game, both teams have the same goals average per game. Each game, they're both averaging 3.4 goals a game, so very evenly matched teams when we take a look at the stats in that.
Yeah, 100%. I think it comes down to who wants it more here, Kyle.
It really does. As that one gets squeaked out into the corner, it's going to be chased over by Sleeth. Sleeth's taking it up a little bit. He tries to chip it over to Bull, but that one's knocked down by the stick of Glamos. Glamos will get the blue line. He'll stay onside, and that one's tossed back. Sleeth. Sleeth's got an opportunity here. He's just going to try to chip that one down on net. Smart play, get the puck, stop down in Buffalo State zone, and get a face-off. And we're going to throw it down in the corner to our rinkside reporter, Maddie Flood. Maddie, take us away.
All right, go. Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. I am Maddie Flood, and I just wanted to talk about my player to watch for tonight's game. Though I might not be on the perch, I still did a lot of research for this one. My player to pick is forward number 10, Daniel Calabufo, because even though it's his first season here at Oswego, he's recorded 73 shots, which places him in number 3 overall from the entire team. He never misses an opportunity to take a shot, and as we can see on the ice tonight, I think he's going to do the same thing. That's why he's my player to watch for tonight.
And another costly penalty there for the Lakers. They find themselves 2 men down. Just 4 minutes here into the period as a slashing call is called on Matt McQuaid right there. This really is not what you want to do, Mike. You do not want to find yourself down 2 players, and you're only 4 minutes into the game. The penalty kill hasn't been good all season long. You're just putting yourself at that disadvantage you mentioned a few minutes ago about having to fight back the entire game, which they haven't done well this season when they fall behind early.
Yeah, that is disastrous. 2 men in the box, and that leaves Buffalo State in a prime opportunity to score first. And the Lakers, like I said, do not play great come-from-behind hockey.
As we're moving around the top of the points, Buffalo State, and a one-timer opportunity from the point. That one's blocked away by Shell. A little bit of pressure into the corner. Robillard takes it on Morin. Morin's going to circle that one back around. He'll toss it over to his D partner. Blamo's coming down. And a puck's lost in front of the net, and a good clear there. Warmouth's able to send it all the way down the ice, but it get caught in transition right there as Gross throws it up the boards to a Buffalo State player. Lakers were lucky enough to get back in time as a shot on net, and that one goes off the post. Cal Shell's best friend in net right there, keeping him still scoreless here in the game. Lakers doing all they can, being 2 men down as Shane Bull now enters the ice back to a 5-on-4. Still find themselves down for another minute, Shat.
That pull saved them there. That would have been in the back of the net. What a transition. What a back-and-forth affair here so far as the ref almost gets knocked down. It's a fast-paced game here, Kyle.
You know what they say? It's the fastest game in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get much faster than steel blades and a bunch of hard ice. Back behind the net, Buffalo State's going to take it out now. They got 42 seconds left on this power play. Taking it up is Cozy Krev. Robillard's going to grab that one. He's going to try to wrap it around the net, but it's going to be stopped up at the point from Glamos. Thrown back over, opposite side of the ice. And a shot there blocked by Noah Bull. Noah Bull, one of the better penalty killers on this team, putting his body on the line game in, game out. One of the shot blocking leaders as well. As an opportunity there, backdoor, and what a save by Shell. Shell was able to crawl his way all the way back to the other side of the crease there and just get the tip of the leather on the puck there. What a save, Shat.
Shell full spread eagle, unleashing that dog in him early in this game. Buff State had a plethora of opportunities to put that goal in the back of the net, and Shell just coming in clutch per usual.
Shell, one of the all-stars of this Lakers team this year, has a big block from Bet Anderson right there. That one goes straight in the back. That doesn't feel good.
Oh, no. He's going to be feeling that one in the morning.
Cahill's going to throw that one over to Calabufo. 2 seconds left. Back at even strength to Calabufo with a good shot. Couldn't be contained by the glove of Gross. Back behind the net with a little bit of pressure. Calabufo's on him. McQuaid, quick start and stop. He takes a hit in the corner. He gets hit from Leonard. Buffalo State coming up. They're going to try to saucer pass it up, and it will work. They hit Penry. Penry blows a little bit of a tire in the corner. Can't get a good stick on the puck. Semrad tosses that one over to McQuaid. McQuaid's going to try to dangle his way around. Works a little bit. Getting out of the zone now as Flack tries to toss that one down. Thrown off the boards of Frazee. Frazee tries dumping that one down in, but it hits the stick of a Buffalo State player. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. And Chet, we are about 7 minutes or so into this game. What are some of the things you've noticed so far in this game?
3 words: fast and physical. It is chippy already. Both of these teams are hungry for a victory, and I think Buff State were unable to execute. They had several opportunities to score in this game. Couldn't get more physical at this point right now.
Shots 4-3 in the favor of the Bengals, as Shell's just going to glove that one down and elect to take a face-off instead. Like you said, they've had a lot of good opportunities. Shell closed the door on a few of them. The one that rang off the post pretty hard. That was a great opportunity for the Bengals, just not able to find the back of the twine quite yet. The Lakers hoping to keep them off the board as long as possible or get a goal first, as we mentioned. Yeah, not the greatest play from behind team.
Yeah, no easy task to get the goal, get that puck behind Shell. So no discredit to the Bengals, but they got to really get crafty if they want to slip it in the back of the net.
Yeah, simple shots are not going to get past them. You're going to have to really try to get the rebounds. That's one of the things I always preach about whenever I'm up here, is teams need to focus on rebounds. That is where 90% of your goals are going to come. It's going to come from those second chance opportunities.
Absolutely. Both of these teams got to get crafty here tonight.
As right away, the face-off's one back to Barrett. Barrett's going to sky that one off the glass. Goes off the glove of Todorov. Back the other way. They're going to chip that one up. It's going to be taken by Logar. Back to Todorov. That one's thrown up to Figueroa, and a shot right there. Big save from Shell. Good pass from Sleeth. He finds Flack. The Lakers got a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Flack, Grimshaw. Get to the Grimshaw. He shoots. He scores! Trent Grimshaw rips that one right past the toe of Gross. And the Lakers make it a 1-0 goal. After fighting off 2 penalties, they were able to bounce back and get a goal on the break right there. That was perfection, Michael.
The execution, like you said, simply perfection. The assist slips it right in between the legs there. What a beautiful goal by Trent Grimshaw. Couldn't have crafted that better. That was, I don't know if that was in the playbook, but that was a thing of beauty right there, Kyle. And just like I preached, getting that momentum early on, and that is going to be big towards the end of this game.
Yeah, that was a huge goal right there from Grimshaw. Couldn't pinpoint that one much better. Perfect place and location. As right away,
what a way to start.
Yeah, physical play continues right away. As you mentioned, Michael, this has been a really fast physical game as Andriaki's trying to dump that one down in and find Robillard as Andriaki's going to throw that one on net. Goes a little bit wide. Gato throws a hit in the corner, and another hit there from Andriaki. Shane Bull has it down in the corner. He'll find Bunka at the point, and Bunka with a big shot, and Gross shuts that one down. Huge pad save from Gross in that over there. Hard shot, kept it low, exactly what you ask out of your defenseman. Shoot it hard, shoot it low, allow your forwards to get in front, create some traffic, and try to get rebounds.
Yeah, they almost went back-to-back like Drake there. The momentum's definitely riding on the Lakers right now, and that would have been huge if they would have been able to execute right there.
As Noah Bowles set to take the face-off on this one against Van Newton. Bowl wins the face-off back. Fudger's going to collect it. Fudger gets it over to Bunka. Bunka going to rip that one on net. Easy routine save for Gross. Fudger beats him out to the corner. Robillard at the point. Robillard with a shot and another big pad save from Gross. It's Buffalo State with a little bit of momentum coming out of the zone. They're just going to elect to dump that one down in. And I don't know how many times this has happened so far in this game, but I mean, it seems like the puck's finding the benches more than it is anywhere on the ice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, the Lakers got it in the back of the net, but things aren't going the way of either team right now. The Lakers definitely got the momentum, but the puck has been flying, and it hasn't really been flying on the ice.
No, it has not at all whatsoever. You know, pop flies are supposed to be a baseball thing, but it seems to become more and more popular here in the Deb this season.
You a big baseball guy?
More of a hockey guy, if you couldn't tell. But right away, coming up, Buffalo State bouncing around, and what a backhander goal from Blamos there. Chet, your player to watch. What a beautiful play that was. He shows off a Sidney Crosby type of backhand there. I'm talking Sidney Crosby, 2 goals, 2 assists concussion game right there.
Goodness, that was disgusting. My guy to watch for a reason. That was one of the dirtiest shots that I've ever seen live, and Glamorous Joe just showed how good he is with his 11th goal this season. Caught us by surprise. We weren't even, you know, that was out of nowhere here.
I did not expect that one going in as hard as it did. That is a textbook play that you don't see often.
Wow.
Really, that is a play that you more or less see in the NHL than anything else. You do not see that at this level of hockey. But
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in a call that I've done. That was absolutely a thing of beauty.
Just couldn't get a better laser on a shot there as Warmoth's going to race back behind. Icing's going to be called off, thrown back to Barrett. Barrett up to Cahill. Tries to find McQuaid across. McQuaid couldn't get a stick on it, and the puck just gets out of the zone. That one gets fluttered across the glass. As McQuaid throws a hit down in the corner. Coming up now is Kozyrev. Flack couldn't get jumped around on that one as he picks it up, and Barrett's coming up with a little bit of speed. He's going to take it in himself. A nice pass off to Sleeth. Sleeth tries to get something on net, and a Grimshaw was streaking in pretty hard there, ran into the Gross a little bit. But Flack takes a shot there, and like an MLB catcher, he just swallows that one up.
Yeah, it's going to get hard to get in the back of the net when the net's that crowded, about 5 players surrounding it. Good opportunity by the Lakers, and but yeah, unable to execute. And just like the Lakers got the lead, a couple minutes later, it's all tied up.
And we talked about how even of a game this might be because of their season stats. Both have 3.4 goals per game average. Look at the shots as well. First period, we're about 10 minutes in. Oswego has 8, Buffalo State has 7.
Yeah, it's about as even as you can get.
And it's a 1-1 game nonetheless. Yeah. As a Buffalo State player goes flying, Grimshaw comes up. He does a little fake move, buys a little bit of space. A good play to just get it on net and try to look for a rebound in front. Trying to dump it up the boards to a Buffalo State player, and they will beat out Dickinson on that one, but Dickinson throws a pretty hard hit down in the corner on Krusel. Sleets tries throwing it across. It's blocked by Beisel. Flack's going to pick that up at the half board, dump it back behind the net. Dickinson will wheel around with that. Dickinson's just going to chip that one all the way down the ice. Elect to just get a line change real quick, which the Lakers probably need. They were looking a little bit tired there.
Yeah, I mean, to compete with this fast Buff State team, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of substitution throughout the game because the Bengals fly through the ice, and I think the Lakers are going to have some trouble keeping up as it gets to the later stages of this game and the endurance comes into play.
Without a doubt, conditioning is one of the biggest factors of hockey. I mean, you're out here skating very fast for 60 minutes, so you got to have the best conditioned team. Herb Brooks once said,
"Yeah, you know, it's
legs
not
feed the wolf."
Yeah, it's not a stroll through the neighborhood. You're playing some intense hockey for 3 periods.
Exactly, as that one's going to be blocked along the boards by Bizal. Trying to look for somebody in front, but too many Oswego bodies. It's going to bounce off a few. And a shot there. Shell didn't even see that one. I think it caught a piece of him and went behind the net. Fudger's going to put a little bit of pressure on. That one skies over Shell's head. And a bad miscue there, a pinch that didn't work out. Noah Bull's taking it down. Bull does a little bit of a tight turn, opens a little bit of space. Bunka on the side. Bunka shoots it in front of a good tip from Brett Fudger in front. As Bull's going to put on a lot of pressure there. What a forecheck to keep the play going. And Buffalo State's just going to have to dump that one all the way down the length of the ice. They got flustered there. Lakers came hard and quick on that play.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous for the Bengals. Bull was in it, and he was coming down there with a passion. Almost it was able to execute there, but luckily for the Bengals, they were able to get that puck out of harm's way.
As lining up for the face-off now is Shane Bull. Bull's going to win that one back to the point to Bunka. Then Bull's going to take a shot. That takes a bounce off his skate and knuckle pucks. Robillard able to keep that one, and a great stick to keep that one in the zone as Bull tries to look for a backdoor pass, hits a skate of a Buffalo State player. And a big hit from Ryan Bunka there. That separates him from the puck, and the Lakers are able to regroup back in their own zone.
Yeah, Bizal just got dropped, and he's going to head to the sideline there. That was a huge hit.
Big hit from Bunka as Barrett picks it up at the point. Barrett trips up a little bit, but no harm, no foul. He keeps the puck in the zone. McQuaid trying to wheel in front with it. Just a good stick from the Buffalo State defenseman. That was Logar. Good stick from Logar to end the play there. Warmoth chips it up to Cahill. Cahill back to McQuaid. Good drop hits to Cahill. And that one just goes over the top of the net.
A little too much mustard.
Back up to Barrett at the point. Barrett's going to try to shoot that one on net, and that one's going to get lost, but trapped in Gross's pads. Face off at the far side corner.
Yeah, both goalies, despite the 1-1 tie, have been playing, great. That goal by Glemos, I don't know what Shell could have done. That was dirty. So I think both goalies have been playing tremendous so far.
Yeah, there's really nothing that could be done on that one. Just unfortunate timing of events for Shell. And when a laser comes off the backhand, you're not expecting any backhand shot to come in that hard or that fast.
Yeah, that's
let
hard
alone
to
in that pinpoint location, too.
Yeah, that's like impossible to defend.
As Barrett stops that one. Hand pass called off as Glamos picks up that one. Warmoth back behind the net. Warmoth chips it up. Grimshaw, he loses it down in the corner. Glamos and Warmoth battling for the puck. It's going to go out to Leonard. Leonard at the point, a big blocker save from Shell, and another big block in front by an Oswego State player. Sleeth, that one went off his ankle. Oswego really putting in the work when it comes to getting blocked shots in front. Shell has seen 8 shots, yes, and he's stopped 7 of them already. But a decent amount of shots have been stopped before they even reach Shell. The Lakers are putting their bodies on the line right now.
Yeah, I think some of it's Shell, but I think the majority of it is the defense right now. They are really using their grit to get the puck out of harm's way, and when adversity comes their way, they've managed to defend it for the most part here, besides that one goal by Glamorous Joe.
Yeah, they've been doing quite well on the defensive front, something that they struggled with for a little bit, but solid defensive play so far today. As Calabufo pressures up on that one, and Semrad couldn't keep it in. He got tied up, but no harm. Cahill picks it up and kicks it over to Addison. Addison's going to chip that one down to the corner, and he's going to take himself. Close play there as he gets tied up with a Buffalo State player. Van Uden tosses it over across the ice. Semrad's just going to dump that one back behind the net. Gross comes out and stops that one. It's thrown away by Todorov. That one's going to go all the length of the ice, and another icing call. The Lakers will get a face-off down in the Bengals' own end.
Yeah, and both teams, they went up 1, but they weren't able to execute, on that momentum. Buff State was able to score, not too far after Oswego did, and now it's kind of a stalemate, back and forth, kind of getting a feel for each other in the later stages of this first period.
And the face-off set to go. It's going to be Mikosh against Noah Bull. And chipped off the high glass, couldn't be kept in by Robillard. But Smart's going to dump that one around the back of the net as Fudger's on the forecheck. Smart comes over, plays the body to take him out. Smart, quick turnaround. Bull's going to do the same thing. Bull's going to get tripped up. Still battling for the puck, though. Noah Bull, one of the most relentless players you will see on this Oswego team, as he has an opportunity there. And the puck's lost in front of the net. I can't see it. Shetler, what a play was that by Noah Bull? Puck's lost in his skates. He almost does a soccer move, kicks it around his left foot, gets it out to his blade, and tries to tuck it in behind the toe. Just
like you said,
take a look at the replay.
Noah Bull, he fights for that goal, and he's still, Liam Gross just kind of flopped like a flounder to not get it in the back of the net. That was an excellent effort by Gross, but a really, really gritty effort by Noah Bull to get that in the back of the net.
Noah Bull, one of the best two-way players on this Oswego team. Although he is a forward, he played a little bit of defense in the past, and you can tell with how hard he plays on the forecheck, but then when it's in his own zone, he's not afraid to play hard and get the puck out of his own zone.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the workhorses of this team for sure.
Doubt is Bunka's going to take it in a little bit. He tries to come in, and he shoots, and he scores! That one's going to go through the 5-hole of Gross, and Ryan Bunka, he scores on a play that you wouldn't expect out of a defenseman, comes in, dangles a little bit, tucks it right through the 5-hole.
Yeah, the dangle was dirty, able to just push this in the back of the net, right through the legs and right in the back of the net as the Lakers celebrate the momentum back in their hands. Only the second goal of the season from defenseman Ryan Bunka, showing that he can do it all this season, Kyle. He has been an integral part of this team and coming in clutch when it matters the most.
And captain, oh my captains, 2 goals on the year for the Lakers, captain. What a play that was. Just a good hockey IQ. See the opening of the ice. He doesn't just sit there and let them swarm to him. He uses that open ice to his advantage, drives in, creates his own opportunity, and is able to tuck it in the back of the net.
Yeah, without a doubt, Mr. Bunka coming in clutch here tonight. If you were to tell me that Bunka would have scored tonight, I probably would have not believed you, but right place, right time, and Bunka got it right in the back of the net, and the Lakers have the momentum now, and they look pretty fired up. And like I said, I thought a big piece was going to be how the Buff State Bengals are a fast-paced team, but Oswego seems to be keeping up with them fairly well here, Kyle.
That's when the Lakers play their best hockey, is when they play against other hard, fast, physical teams. They play up to their competition, and that's when they really allow themselves to shine and use. Because they're a great skill team, yes. They have some very talented individuals on this team. But they're a grit team, and that's how they're able to succeed and win, is by playing hard and just grinding out for those goals rather than getting the flashy, pretty ones.
Yeah, the Lakers definitely not taking this team lightly for sure, and they're not sleeping on them. They're coming out hot and heavy.
Sleeth's going to kick this one back down into his own zone, regroups. Chips it up the boards. He gets it to Flack, and Flack's going to throw it back down for Sleeth. He'll take it. Goes in front, he finds Flack. Flack gets tripped up, no call. And coming off the ice now is a Buffalo State Bengal. They're going to dump it down. That's Logar. Semrad takes that one in front of the net. Up to Grimshaw. Grimshaw finds Sleeth. Another 2-on-1 for the Lakers. And a great shot from Sleeth. That one's just blocked away from Liam Gross. Buffalo State with a little bit of momentum. And who is it? Who is it? Again, 2 goals on the night. Glamorous Joe. Wow, he is an all-star. That is 2 highlight reel goals in the span of about, 10 minutes?
Glamorous Joe Glamos. What a dirty maneuver to get that in the back of the net. He is a human highlight reel tonight, and he is really doing it all out in the ice. Second goal of the night. That was a thing of beauty. Kyle, I don't think I've seen a dominant performance in the first period like that in a while.
No, especially from a single player. I mean, 2 goals in 1 period. What more can you ask for? And not only did you get 2 goals, they were both highlight reel, absolute filthy, just beautiful goals.
Yeah, that's going to be on his end of the year highlight reel for sure.
Without a doubt. And he's a Baldwinsville native as well. So about 30 minutes away from Oswego he grew up. So this is kind of home territory for him as well.
Yeah, he's not showing any love to the home team, though. He's doing them dirty. 2 goals on Oswego right now. But the one thing I quickly want to mention, the shots have gotten a little out of hand. It was even, but now 16 shots Oswego, 9 shots Buff State. But yet again, we're tied, so the shots don't really matter.
Yeah, Liam Gross is playing a heck of a game so far. As Cahill's got the pressure on the Buffalo State defense, they're going to throw it up and find Kozyrev. Intercepted by McQuaid. McQuaid's going to take it wide. Going to try to find a Fudger coming down the middle. Couldn't hitch the trailer. Coming down the far side boards, Bizal. Addison chips it up to Bull. Back over to Fudger. Fudger dumps that one down in the corner, and Bull comes down hard and fast on it. As he's going to take a hard hit into the boards.
Ooh.
Got flung into it. He was a little bit distant-wise from the boards. Addison's going to take that one himself. Tell Shell to stay back in net. And icing is called off. They're going to play it, picked up behind the net by Patton. Patton wheels it off the boards. And it's intercepted by Oswego once again. Coming down is Barrett. Barrett picks that one up down in their own zone. Barrett does a little bit of movement back and forth, trying to create some space as he gets it to Semrad. Buffalo State really taking away the passing lanes in the neutral zone. Oswego just can't find their players. Everywhere they look to pass it, there's a Buffalo State stick.
Yeah, no, they're surrounded by Bengals, and in the neutral zone, they're really shining here.
And a great opportunity there. A good pass from Bull, Gato, and Andriaki with the shot. Just goes off of a player. Wasn't able to get to Gross's net. Barrett's going to take that one. D-to-D pass over to Wormuth. Tries to find Andriaki, just goes off his stick. Ice will not be called because it will go into Shell's crease, but he covers it up. Face off down in Oswego zone.
Yeah, and one thing I want to pose a question to you. Without Joe Glamos on the ice, would this be a different story? Because I feel like both of his goals were kind of single-handedly just a performance by him and not necessarily the team clicking, unassisted goals. Do you think that this game would be a little different if Glamorous Joe was not on the ice?
Honestly, if I'm being real with you, Shetler, I got to say that if Joe's not on the ice here tonight, it's probably a 2-0 game Oswego right now.
I
like
agree.
You said, both goals were just a total self-effort. He started the play himself, and he finished the play himself. A beautiful backhand, and then just great stick handling. Able to deke out Cal Shell and just poke it right past the other side of his pad.
Yeah, he's showing just how important he is to this Bengals team.
As this one's going to be taken up by Kozyrev. Speaking of Joe, Glamos on the forecheck as Barrett's going to wheel this one up himself. Flack couldn't connect with that one, so it's going to go back to Wormuth, to McQuaid. McQuaid, he'll get it up to Flack. Flack coming towards the center of the ice. He takes a shot. That one goes high on Gross. Hits him in the shoulder, falls right in front of him, and he stops it there. 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go in the first period. Oswego State and the Buffalo State Bengals are tied 2-2, 17 shots Oswego, 10 for Buffalo. I'm Kyle Spiezak. Joining me on the call is Michael Shetler here for WTOP 10. And a great game so far, really hard fought, going both ways, back and forth. Nobody's really taking possession harder over the other team.
Yeah, from a pure hockey standpoint, this is a fantastic back and forth game, and both teams are fighting because both these wins are both super important to each team.
Yep, this is a must win for both teams as Calabufo takes that one on the hash marks. Back up to the point to Robillard. He gets it over to Bunka. Bunka's got a little bit of confidence now. He's got his second goal in the season tonight. Kale goes into the corner. He's going to fight through a bunch of pressure. And that one's just going to be chipped out, regrouped at center ice by Robillard. Robillard gets it to Kale. Kale's going to wind it back, tries to get a tip off of Calabufo's stick. Calabufo couldn't connect on the drop pass back to Semrad. 24 seconds left to go as number 24 picks up the puck. Bull lucky to get that one in the corner as some heavy forecheck from Frazi was almost messed him up. Bull coming down center ice. Stick gets in the way there. 11 seconds to go in the first. Behind the net, Gato picks it up. Gato tries throwing it in front of the net. Nobody's there to get the rebound as it's going to go the length of the ice. 2 seconds left. And that is the end of the period here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. 15 minutes for intermission and a 2-2 game after the first 20 minutes of play. Michael, what are some of the key points you thought so far this period?
Yeah, I think it's almost as back and forth as it can get. 2-2 tie, and both teams are coming to fight. Both teams were not sleeping today. It is very fast-paced. It is very physical, hard-hitting, gritty matchup. And I think both teams really want this win, and I think the next two periods are going to be a very hard-fought matchup. I could see a very high-scoring affair as well.
Yeah, honestly, both teams, with the pace they've been playing at so far, it's just been go, go, go. None of them are taking any time off at all. The Lakers, we see, they really ran up the shot total. 18 shots in the first period. I mean, they're nearly averaging, well, on pace to average 60 shots this game.
Yeah, I mean, the shots, Oswego leads the shots at 8, but yet again, does it matter when the score is 2-2? Not really. It's not how you get there, it's if you get there. And with a 2-2 tie, it's about as even as it can get, and both teams really got to grind it out.
And we're going to send it down to the hallway as Maddie Flood has Ryan Bunko with her after his second goal of the season. Maddie, take it away for us.
Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. My name is Maddie Flood, and I'm here with Ryan Bunko, who is the captain of the Lakers. Now, Ryan, please tell me, how important is this game tonight?
It's massive. We got to come first in the conference to host playoffs, so to get 4 points this weekend would be massive.
And what do you think the team needs to do in the second and third period tonight to pull through?
We're playing a great game right now. We just need to minimize our errors here. Less errors, a couple put in the back of our net, but we're playing great. We got to keep throwing the puck to the net, driving the net.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to me, and good luck out there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And as Ryan Bunka said right there, I couldn't agree with him anymore. They need to get shots on net, get traffic in front, and bang home the rebounds. But that's all for us right now. We're going into the intermission report. After the break, you'll see Thomas Turgeon, Thomas Talarino, and Marek Pitowski. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back for second period action here on WTOP 10.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Brise, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally, that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outer Open studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Score with Oswego State tied against the Buffalo State Bengals 2-2 after 20 minutes of play, and that rightfully means that my prediction you can crumple up and throw into a garbage can. Welcome back to the Perch. Thomas Tellerio, Merrick Patowski. I'm Thomas Turgeon, and we're back. And guys, it was clearly an eventful first period. Just overall, first, your opening thoughts.
Man, it was fast out there. We saw them moving up and down the ice. They were both teams getting shots on net. It was a fun first period.
Absolutely. If you were to tell me it would be a 2-2 game after the first period, I think you're crazy. But both teams putting out a really good performance so far. Minor adjustments, but overall, great game both sides.
And we'll touch up on the minor adjustments in just a moment. But we'll look at the goals scored in this first period. They came on all cylinders, and you could fill out the bingo board on each type of goal was scored. Why don't you take a look?
Yeah, Grimshaw hit the 5-hole right there, but then we got Glamos. Man, the first one was pretty. He sniped it right on top shelf, and then we got here Ryan Bunka gets his second goal of the season. He finds the back of the net. Another 5-hole goal right there, and then Glamos again. Yes, a little ditzy do, a little, hey, how are you? I'm going to wrap it right behind you. And he finds the back of the net. And just like that, 2-2 game.
And it was really the show of the Joe Glamos show for the Buffalo State Bengals. 2 goals for him. That's already his 11th and 12th on the year. Both of them unassisted, Merrick, and clearly showing why he's one of the top point getters in the SUNYAC.
Turge, if I were the Oswego coaching staff right now, I would not be happy with those 2 goals given up. Both of those were totally preventable opportunities for Buffalo. We had the first goal that Oswego gave up, 3 defenders on 1 man. Should have taken the body, forced him to the outside, but they just let him walk in. That second goal, once again, another defensive turnover at their own blue line. Needless goal, breakaway. They're going to score on that every time. We talked about those odd man rushes, though. What I tell you, they were going to be dangerous, both sides.
You did, and the one thing that was dangerous is Michael Scheller's picks over in the press box, picking Joe Glamos. He's already got 2 tonight, as we'll take a look at the period summary in just a few short moments. Really a comparable game so far, Tommy. You look at special teams on the other hand, Buffalo State having 2, but overall, you look, it was a 50-50 period from my eyes. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, it was pretty 50-50. You know, we saw him go on the penalty kill very early with the 2 penalties, and they killed it off great, I thought. They were 5-on-3 for over a minute, and Buffalo barely got any shots on goal, it felt like. And then it went back to 5-on-4, and it felt like they only got a couple shots on goal. Merrick, what did you see from the video board?
From that, those penalty kills were great for Oswego. The 5-on-3 opportunity for Buffalo could have been lethal, but they were just working the puck around too much. They didn't get the puck on net, and instead we're trying to look for that perfect pass, that perfect opening. Never came. Oswego, great job sticking with it, textbook positioning all throughout the 5-on-3 and both 5-on-4s. They looked really good. Special teams, one of the key points, Tommy T, my man, he picked them. He saw it coming. We'll see if we can get any more opportunities coming out in the second and third period.
But you look on the other hand, you talk about the special teams matchup, those 2 power plays pretty much right next to each other. Oswego had to kill a huge 5-on-3 to begin the first period that ended up transitioning into their first goal. So how do they branch off from here? You pretty much go in the second period back the way you started, tied off. And on the other hand, Buffalo State, they've been able to counterpunch any time you put the puck in the back of the net first.
Yeah, I think Bunka said it best at the end of the first period. You got to stop beating yourselves. Yep. You got to not have as many errors out there on the ice. Just play your brand of hockey, play clean, and don't get down on yourself, and don't go in the penalty box.
The boys have a lot to be happy about in this first period here. We saw plenty of odd-man rushes, grade A opportunities. They're pushing to the front of the net. Don't go off your game plan. You're doing great so far. You've put up 2. Tighten up your defense. reset, start to look at some of those Buffalo weaknesses, and go forward. Honestly, I think it was a great period overall for Oswego.
And then Coach Gosick this week talking about they haven't really scored much from the perimeter, but they said they've really had to jam things in when it comes to the SLY, and clearly they did that in that second period, and I'm sure they're going to have to do that against Fredonia. And on the other hand, you have a goaltender in Liam Gross who hasn't really been contested much in the regular season as a whole.
Turge, it's your, look at that, it's your combo.
It is the combo, and it's fantastic.
That one's not getting dropped.
That one's not getting dropped, but either way, you look at the goals scored by Oswego tonight, they've been really what they've been looking for over the last few games.
Turge, I'm going to take this one over. Sorry, Tommy.
Yeah, go right ahead.
We saw Oswego. They started putting the puck low into the pads. They're looking for those rebound opportunities. This is something we really haven't seen all season. They're starting to try to keep the puck low out of the goalie's chest. We've seen a couple scrambles out in the crease for Buffalo. It's going to be hard to counter those. The shot placement's been perfect. Oswego's going to keep going, keep that momentum with the lower shots on net.
And then, Tommy, on the other hand, you go into this second period. Takeaways from each team. What was great in that first period? What wasn't so great for each team?
Takeaways for Oswego, I'd say you got a lot of shots on net, like Merrick was saying, a lot of great shot opportunities. As for Buffalo, you know, your playmakers are showing up. That's the takeaway. I mean, you got to rely on them and just keep hoping that you are able to find the back of the net.
Absolutely. And overall, you look on the other hand, the partners of the road trip, Fredonia and Cortland, and now a 2-0 lead for the Red Dragons. They're making the come up onto trying to find that third place.
They're red hot.
They are red hot. How important is it for Oswego to at least steal a point tonight from Buffalo State? I don't want to say that T word that no one really wants to see. But on the other hand, it's a 2-2 game after one. What are you looking forward to?
You know, for the Cortland game?
No, for right now.
For right now, I'm looking forward to just seeing some good hockey. How about you?
Yeah, we're going to see the Oswego Lakers come out flying in the second period. They started to hesitate a little bit. Last time we played them in Buffalo, it was the same way. A little bit calm to begin the game. Then Oswego's going to come out driving full forces in these last two periods.
Absolutely. Well, Merrick mentioned that last game. It was a 1-0 score after one. A completely different score in the Deb tonight. It's a 2-2 after the first period of play. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Michael Shetler and Kyle Spizak will take you through the second period of play.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
And welcome back into the Deb 4 second period action between the Oswego State Lakers and the Buffalo State Bengals. Scores tied up at 2 apiece with about a minute left to go before we get to the second period puck drop. Chet, what are some of the things that both teams have to do here in the second period to give themselves the advantage to just ride out the rest of the game and try to take home the W?
Yeah, you know, the Lakers, they got to keep, you know, what's not broke, don't fix it. It's 2-2. They're not out of the water yet. They got to still put their foot on the gas, put the pedal to the metal, and really grind out this victory. They're not going to get an easy win here tonight. They're going to really have to grind. Both teams are going to have to fight to come out on top.
As Merrick, right after the pregame and intermission, right back to his rightful place, the assistant video coach for the Oswego State Lakers. And he's an analyst tonight, and he's our GM. What can't this man do?
He's a man that can do it all. One of my biggest inspirations in life. Shout out Merrick.
Merrick is the man indeed. But you know who else is the man? So far this season, coming in this season as a transfer from Holy Cross, Danny Calabufo has been really good as the season's progressed. Really hard shot. Hasn't exactly had the production that he was projected to, but that's not to say he hasn't played well. Although he may not have the highest stats on the team, he is consistently, day in, day out, one of the hardest workers on this team.
Yeah, he was certainly hyped up before the season, and I think he's lived up to the hype. He's a workhorse of this team, and he's out there right on the front lines in battle, trying to get the Lakers a victory here tonight.
As the Buffalo State Bengals win away on the first faceoff, Kozyrev throws that one back behind the net. It's going to be picked up by Glamos. Shot from the point. That one gets hit by a body and goes wide as Barrett's going to try to chip it up to Calabufo. Couldn't do so Cahill recollects it. Bunch of battling going on in the corner as Cahill's going to try to throw that one up the corner. Calabufo throws a body against Ford. Kozyrev trying to create a little bit of space. Dumps it back to LaValle, but couldn't hold on to that one as Calabufo's on the forecheck. That one's just going to be tumped down to the zone by Glamos. Picked up behind the net by Robillard. He's going to take it himself, wheeling with a little bit of speed up the sideboard. He keeps taking it all the way himself. Goes to full 210 feet as Andriaki throws a big hit behind the net. Gato trying to get possession of the puck on the forecheck as Bull's going to pinch down. Going to wrap that one around the back of the net. That was Van Uden. And Bunka couldn't keep that one in. Oswego has to regroup it back in the neutral zone. Bunka takes this one up. He's going to get the red line, rip it around the glass. Bull on the forecheck is going to try to get that one down in the corner, crashing hard. Tied up in the corner, no movement on the puck. All right, it's moving a little bit. And still stuck in the feet of Bull. Gets up. Bunka's trying to keep possession of it now. A lot of board play so far, Shat.
Yeah, we got some stalemates going on.
And a chance there goes into the skates of Bull, but then just goes below the goal line. No damage to be done there. That one goes off a Buffalo State body back down in the corner.
Yeah, it's taken both teams a little bit to regroup here, you know, get a feel and get that momentum back that they both had in the first period.
As Addison has that one, Addison tries to rip it up high, catches the stick of Gross and gets caught up in the netting behind the net. Not a lot of passing done on that sequence of play. It was a lot of just battling in the corner, pinning players against the glass and trying to out-muscle them for possession of the puck.
Yeah, no, both teams jockeying for position, trying to get some possession there. And, yeah, not really a fast-paced start like it was in the first period. But, you know, they battle in the corner, and one team and the Bengals get it, and then it's a change of the game. So, you know, those battles could result in a goal. And I don't know what's going on. The refs are looking at the net there. Maybe a little malfunction down there. I don't know what's going on.
Looks like they're getting a little bit of snow into the side of the post. Try to lock the post in place. Pegs might have came out of their socket a little bit.
It's all about structural integrity here.
Yeah, they're asking for a water bottle now, so they're going to try to freeze the post down into the ice.
Yeah. Shout out to the refs, the silent heroes of this contest.
Put in their work.
Oh, he's putting in that work.
Putting in the work, making sure that the net doesn't go anywhere. You want the game to be as fair as possible. Love to see our refs out there working nice and hard to keep this an even environment.
Oh, yeah, putting in that juice. Give these fine gentlemen a raise.
As we got on screen now, walking across the concourse, most likely going to get a nice basket of poutine. That's Sports Director Thomas Turgeon. And if you ask that man, there's one thing he loves more than anything. It's popcorn chicken poutine.
That man loves his pop chick poutine, and it's about a certainty that that's what he just purchased at the intermission break here. Shout out Thomas Turge.
Without a
Looks like
doubt.
we're getting back in the action here, though.
And after that delay, Sleeth wins the faceoff back to Semrad, and Semrad's instantly going to throw a puck down on net, but it's blocked away into the corner by Gross. Grimshaw throws it in front, trying to get it to Sleeth. It goes off of the stick of Blanco and up into the netting. We'll have another faceoff. 17:48 left to go in the second period.
Yeah, slower affair than it was the first period for sure. I don't know what happened in the locker room, but I think both teams might be a little second period jitter. I don't know.
I'm not too worried, though, because to start off the game overall, both teams did look a little bit slower originally. So I expect that we'll see the pace pick up as a Buff State player blows a tire there. Semrad's going to try to get it down in. Oswego's a little bit off sides, but they get back on sides. And a big hit down in the corner from Andriaki on the forecheck. This one's going to escape the zone, go out. D-to-D pass, bowl to Addison. That one's going to go off the stick of Gato. No icing call as he was on the other side of the red line. Another puck battle down behind the net. Between a bunch of skates, nobody's able to kick full possession yet as that one bounces out in the corner. Buffalo State tries to get it, but a slew of Oswego forecheckers puts a halt to that. Throwing it from player to player. D-to-D pass, they find it over to Blanco. Blanco throws it across the ice to Figueroa. And Flack's going to pick this one up. The Oswego Lakers got a 3-on-2 here. Finds Sleeth backdoor. Sleeth tries to get the one-timer, and he rips that one straight into the ref's chest. Grimshaw with another shot. Back to Flack. Flack rips that one. That one's a field goal right over the top of the bar. Grimshaw takes it down, far side, or the near side wing. Circling in towards the center of the ice. He's going to get it to Warmoth, who's going to try to battle and keep that one in. But Grimshaw, smart play to drop back, cover. And Oswego's back in the zone now. And a big hit from Flack there as he throws him right off the puck, and Oswego's able to get something going now. Coming out of the zone now, Buffalo State coming across this neutral zone with a bit of speed. They're going to chip that one. It's going to go straight into Shell, and Shell decides to throw that one out. A bad mistake there, but he manages to get a pad on that one and stops it from going in the back of the net as Sleeth's coming down now. Sleeth in the center of the ice, and he shoots it. That one goes off the glove of Gross. Back over the net. Buffalo State chips it up the boards. Robillard coming down. He's going to bounce that one off the back of the net. Bunka's going to elect not to pinch down in. Off the stick of Calabufo. Penry and Calabufo battling for it in the corner as Calabufo throws a shot. McQuaid picks it up. Spinorama. He's going to go the opposite direction. Kicks it up to Robillard. Over to Bunka. Bunka's going to go for a shot there. It's going to get hit a body in front of traffic and go over into the corner. And they're going to escape the zone there. Good offensive display for the Lakers, Mike.
Yeah, real quick, back to that Shell, almost detrimental mistake, an uncharacteristic, almost fed it right to a Bengal. That could have been disastrous there.
And that one's a sky puck, goes right back into the crowd. Something that's been a very frequent thing, to say the least, so far this season. I think I've seen more pucks go into the stands this season than I did my entire tenure of watching games here.
Yeah, you know, let's making sure the fans are alert here, not catching them sleeping. I don't know who got. I think there might be a baby down there. Might have got his first puck, so that's always nice.
Got to keep them on their toes at all times.
Yeah, what's not nice is how these teams are treating each other. They are definitely not friends. This is a very physical encounter, and yeah, none of them are playing nice. I've seen it's been a very, very physical, gritty contest throughout, and it's not slowing down anytime soon.
And number 6, Penry of the Buffalo State Bengals I just saw him walking down the hallway back into the locker room. So we'll have to see if he comes back out on the ice. That's something we'll have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's not too great.
As a shot down on net. And a big hit from Fudger there. A little bit late. He got lucky that one wasn't called. That one's going to be tipped off the stick of a Buffalo State player. But it hits Shell. And they're going to call it an icing nonetheless. I thought they were going to wave that off. It looked like it hit Shell's pad and went into the corner. But we're going to end up having a face-off down in Buffalo State's zone anyways.
Yeah, I could have sworn that was off a Shell, but, you know, to each his own. We got a little face-off here. Noah Bull, who we've mentioned quite a bit in this contest here.
And Bull trying to win that one back. Fudger pokes it back to Smart. Smart's going to take a shot, and that one was perfect position for Fudger, but a good defensive play. Just lifting his stick there, not allowing him to get an opportunity on that. As Fudger throws it in front looking for Smart. And now the Bengals are coming with a little bit of speed. It's a 3-on-3. They're going to dump it over to Todorov. And a bunch of bodies going down in the corners. Todorov and Addison get caught up in one another. Noah Bull skating it up himself. He's going to try to chip it up for Smart. No icing call. Kozyrev dumps that one over to Van Uden. Smart now. Smart taking it to the middle of the ice. He's going to take a shot, and that one catches the back of Bull's skate. Goes high into the glass, and now another corner battle ensues. Bull's able to come out with possession of the puck. He's looking for somebody in front. Throws it up to the point. Semrad over to Wormuth. Wormuth couldn't collect that one. And it's going to be dumped down the ice, but no icing's called there. Beat out by Beisel. Wormuth back behind the net. Tries to do something with the puck there. His stick gets stuck in this ref's skate. That one's a bit of a tongue twister trying to say that.
Yeah. The refs have been put in a precarious position throughout the game.
And that one's going to go for an icing, and we're going to toss it down in the corner to sideline reporter Madison Flood. Madison, tell us what you see right down there in front of all the action.
Thomas, what did you get tonight for food?
It's always a staple of mine and definitely a good tradition of mine. It's definitely going to be the popcorn chicken poutine. I feel like you can't really go wrong. I mean, how could you not? Like, smothered in cheese and gravy, you know, it's really the best. And it's always going to be a staple of mine, and going to enjoy the last ones coming down here on the home stretch.
Well, thank you so much for, stopping and talking to me, and enjoy that. Thank you.
And, Shep, they call me Mystic Mac the way I predict these things, because I knew he was going to get the popcorn chicken poutine.
Just like we predicted. I mean, that's incredible.
That might be my first prediction I've gotten right all season long, so I'll take a win wherever I can get one.
That is a beautiful-looking platter of poutine, though, I will admit.
A little bit hungry up in the box now, but Buffalo State hungry as well as they're coming down trying to drop off a pass there, and a big shot from the point from Leonard. Hits his stick and just goes straight into the netting there. We'll have a stoppage of play.
Yeah, no, both teams, still just kind of battling for position here. Got a stick that broke over here, but yeah, both teams, they've seen their fair share of opportunities. And you look, Oswego 22 shots compared to Buff State's 14, but still tied here.
It is tied with 12:54 left to go in the second period. Connor Sleeth going to take the draw for the Lakers. On the other end, the arch nemesis of the Lakers tonight, Glamos, has taken the face-off, and Oswego will win. Oswego seemingly really controlling the face-off category so far this game. Seems like they've won nearly all face-offs they've taken, as Flack's taking this one down, and a good opportunity there. And that's going to be a penalty for somebody. I couldn't tell you who, but it looked like Sleeth, I think that was.
Oh, my goodness.
I couldn't tell who that was for the Lakers that was coming down with all that speed that fell into there. That was Sleeth. Looks like just a great pass from Flack trying to get it to Sleeth. Sleeth takes a little bit of a hit, and then he goes straight into Gross.
Yeah, bodies flying, net flying, everybody's flying. That was a collision that you don't really see in every game here. And I don't know, Gross kind of looks shaken up. That's a tough hit,
A player coming into you at full speed as a goalie. I mean, you got to figure the goalie's standing there still, and they're coming in like a freight train, full speed.
Yeah, almost defenseless,
Yeah, and the Lakers are going to end up being on the power play there. The penalty will not go to Sleeth for goaltender interference. Rather, it will go to number 17, Fraze of the Buffalo State Bengals. 2 minutes for hooking as the Lakers find themselves on the power play for the first time here in this game. If we take a look at their power play stats this year, they've improved over the last couple of weeks up to a .212 power play percentage set. So what do they have to do here on this power play to try to get a goal in the net?
Yeah, I think definitely in the past 2 weeks they've capitalized on something that they struggled with. But yeah, I think right now, right here is where they need to capitalize in this next 2 minutes. They got a slim chance, and they got to put the goal in the back of the net like they're trying to do right now.
As coming up the boards now is McQuaid. McQuaid tries to get it in front to Gato, couldn't connect on it. And that one's going to be ripped down the length of the ice. But it gets hit in the Laker wheel of Quinn Wormuth's jersey as he'll take it up himself now. He's going to dump it up to Calabufo. Calabufo back to McQuaid. McQuaid trying to take a weird angle shot. Good opportunity, just hits the stick of a defender. Back to McQuaid now. He's going to dump it down in front of the net off to Calabufo. Back to McQuaid once more. Fans on the pass there. little bit of room. He'll take it and skate it. He's trying to find something to do with the puck. He'll sauce that one over to Sleeth, but it wouldn't go any further than that, as Shell's going to throw this one up to Cahill. Lakers with a little bit of speed now. Cahill does a quick start and stop, trying to create a little bit of space of his own. Stick handling around the Bengals. Going to wheel it around the top of the umbrella now. Back down to Flack. Addison at the point. Cahill. Cahill is going to shoot that one, and it rings off the post right there. Good opportunity for the Lakers. They got to get more shots off. They have not had enough shots on this power play, Shetler.
Yeah, time is ticking, and as Buff State takes some possession, they had a couple opportunities. The pole saved them there, but yeah, they got to really capitalize it. Time's ticking in the box.
With 17 seconds left on this power play, not a good power play for the Lakers. Falling back into that slump they had with their power plays, not being able to really connect on them a lot. But Addison at the point, as they still got 5 seconds. Shell slams his stick, letting him know coming on the ice is Frazee. And a shot there goes into the crest of a Buffalo Bengal. Now coming up the boards with a bit of speed is Cozy Rev. He's going to dump it off to the side, and a big block from Addison there. Puts his body on the line and stops Frazee from getting a shot on net. Warmit's going to pick it up now. He's going to wheel it up himself. Faces a little bit of contact, and he's going to take it himself. Goes through the entire Bengals team. It was a 1-on-5 there entering the zone, as Smart's going to put a little bit of pressure on Todorov. Todorov passes it up the middle, and he has Glamos. Glamos with another shot. That one gets put into the shin pads of Connor Smart. That one goes off the pant leg of Nolan Barrett. A good play there, and a smart play dumping it up to Noah Bull. And a good play thrown in front, looking for Fudger. Couldn't connect on it. Bull's going to get up and take it himself. Like we said, absolute workhorse. This man does not give up on any shift. Smart play, keeping it going. And Smart with a toe drag, and what a play there. Good glove from Gross, and what a toe drag that was, Shetler.
Yeah, Oswego really grinding to try to find the back of the net there. That whole sequence was beautiful, but to prevent this goal, yeah, that was a thing of beauty. Gross really putting in the work. Both teams fighting to not have a costly goal come their way. But Oswego, that was a great sequence, just unable to capitalize.
As the faceoff's taken by Sleeth, and he wins it back to Bunka. Back over to Grimshaw. Grimshaw and Bunka, both the 2 goals for Oswego here tonight. Sleeth's going to wrap it up, tries to get to the high slot and take a shot. Hits a stick, goes down in the corner. Bunch of bodies battling in the corner, and a big hit from Sleeth there. Takes down a Bengal. And now coming up with a little bit of speed is the Bengals. They're going to look back door, and a shot there, and Bunka puts his body on the line. Another blocked shot for the Oswego State defense, but they almost got caught out of position right there. That could have been really bad. It was 3 players in between Oswego and Cal Shell, but they elect to shoot it, and he just reaches up, gloves that one.
Yeah, that was a clean catch by Cal Shell. Calm, cool, and collected Cal Shell there. Both teams really, really grinding. I don't think I've seen a physical game like this in a minute. Both teams know the implications, they know the stakes, and they are grinding. It is a stalemate here, much different than the game we saw in the first period.
Without a doubt, and something that the Lakers are going to have to use to their success here tonight is the 4 C's. A calm, cool, and collected Cal Shell.
Absolutely, trademark that. It seems to be he has been calm and collected here, just letting in 2 goals, but yet again, glamorous Joe, you can't really do much about it.
Yeah, just 2 goals that were really out of his control from letting in. As Calabufo gets this one, he's just going to bank it off the boards. Not much he could do with it, so he just elects to get it out of the zone. Smart play there. Going around the back of the net's Leonard. It's going to be picked up by Ford. Ford's going to take it up himself. Gets lost, and McQuaid picks it up in the neutral zone. He's going to dump it back down to Dickinson in their own zone. Dickinson up to Calabufo. Calabufo going down with Ford. He's going to out-battle Ford and get the puck there. In front, looking for Shane Bull. Shane Bull had to do a couple of moves to maintain possession of the puck, and it just goes back out of the zone. But Andriaki's back to pick it up in Oswego zone, and they're trying to do a stretch pass out to Bull. Hits a Buffalo State stick, so they couldn't complete the stretch pass, but nonetheless, Oswego's forecheck has been relentless this game, and they're back down in the Buffalo State zone as another hit from Bull there. Hits galore from this line so far, Shetler.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's been just a tumble fest here. Oh,
and a shot opportunity from Gato there on the wraparound. Just finds the pad of Gross. What a play. The Lakers are finding these opportunities. They're just getting shut down by Liam Gross. There's really nothing more you can ask from Gato there. He gets a good opportunity, tries to rip it on, just had to elevate it a little bit more.
Yeah, looking at this, I think Gross' boot is just right at the right place at the right time there. Just able to stick out that leg and prevent that goal that would have been detrimental here as we enter the later stages of the second period. But I think Oswego, honestly, they have been grinding, and I see the momentum, I would say, is definitely in Oswego's favor right now. They're really grinding for these shots, and they're getting them. It's just not going in their favor.
Yeah, no, they're working really hard, and like you said, eventually it'll pay off. Yeah, they just can't slack off. They have to keep up the same intensity no matter what. During the intermission, Ryan Bunka said they have to play a hard, full 60 minutes, and they just have to get shots on net, crash the rebounds, and grind. This team is all about grit.
Absolutely. It takes seconds to change the climate of a game, and that is what they're trying to do right now, going up 3-2.
As that one's going to be dumped back down into the zone. No icing call. Gato picks it up. He's going to chip it up to Barrett. Barrett, D-to-D pass, gets it over to Grimshaw. Tries jumping around a Buffalo State player. Couldn't do it. So Noah Bold recollects in the center, but it's turned back over, picked up by Krusel. Warman's going to dump that one back behind the net. Not the angle he expected, though, as it comes out to Shell, but Shell's there in aware to just glove it, end the play there. Don't risk anything.
Yeah, Shell's always alert. You know, that was a veteran move to make from Cal Shell. Just regroup, recollect, and try to get something going here with 1 second under, over 7 minutes here. Seems like a fast-paced period as opposed to the first here, Kyle. I don't know, just me?
Yeah, it's been going pretty quick as a shot right off the face-off there. Almost catches Shell off guard, but it doesn't. He's able to get down in time, get the pad on the puck, and stop it there. As a total of 2 seconds went off the clock on that play. 6:59 left to go in the second period. Bo loses that one, and it's going to be kept in the zone by Buffalo State. Thrown back down by Patton. And blowing tire there's Fudger. He had the opportunity to try to get a breakout started, just couldn't do so. Loses an edge. It's Robillard. He's going to chip it up to Smart. All right, he's got it up to Fudger. 3-on-2 opportunity for the Lakers. They're going to get it to Robillard, and a good defensive play. Good back check from Messing to lift the stick there and end it. Fudger, good defense as well. Lost it on the other end. He comes all the way back down to do the same play. You know what they say, Shetler? Forecheck, back check, paycheck.
Absolutely. No, that was a really good way to get that out of harm's way, and both teams, again, they got a date with the boards the whole night. It seems, I mean, the stalemates are crazy.
As that one's going to be stopped at the point by Ford. He's going to take it down into the corner himself, and another stalemate as they're just battling. A bunch of blades on the puck. You can kind of see him slipping a little bit as the puck's just whipping around on the ground. Bunka tries to chip that one up, but it goes straight to a Buffalo State player back out to their point. And a good save by Shell there. Redeflection he didn't see, just in good position. Goes straight into his mask and back over.
Yeah, right place, right time.
Blowing a tire back behind the net was a Buffalo State player. So now Oswego's able to get the puck out of the zone. Try to dump this one down in Sleeth. Sleeth battling in, and Flack's going to throw a hit down in the corner now. Sleeth gets loose, and he takes a shot. That one's waffle boarded away into the corner. Sleeth throws a hit. Grimshaw picks it up. Grimshaw trying to find Flack back door. Just too many bodies in front. He couldn't cleanly move right through there. Bengals going to try to bring this one down in there. Just going to dump it down in. And Shell's going to glove that one. 5:05 in the second period. No scoring so far here in the second. Still a 2-2 matchup. Oswego leads the shot totals 26-18. We got 5 minutes left to go. What do you, if you're Coach Ed Gosick, Shetler, what are you telling the players on the bench right now?
Pedal to the metal. I really think that this is a little slower affair, but they have had a lot of shots on goal. It's all about that one that gets in the back of the net, and I think they're due for a goal here tonight. I think they're due for a goal in some due time. You know, you keep chipping away like they have, it's eventually going to pay out. And with 4 minutes left in this period, I think now's the time to do it.
And if you're Buffalo State head coach Steve Murphy, what are you telling your players on your bench? As a shot right there stopped away. Coming up the boards now. Buffalo State's got a little bit of momentum now. and they get caught offsides. But
yeah,
I'll return back to the question I asked before it got a little bit hectic there. If you're Steve Murphy, what are you telling the Bengals they got to do for the remaining 4:31 of the period?
Yeah, got caught up in the chaos there before the question was asked. But yeah, I think that the Bengals kind of got to do a little bit of the same. They got to really start putting their foot on the gas, because one goal in the later stages of the second period is really going to lead to some serious momentum heading into the third. And, you know, it's not over till it's over, and I think a 3-2 lead for any of these teams heading into the third is going to really be a difference maker for the rest of the game.
It definitely could be with how close this game has been, as we've seen, as Andriaki is going to get the puck there, and he gets held up. No call's going to be there. And down in behind the net, Gato's going to go down and get it. He throws it up to the point to Barrett. Barrett tries to take a shot, just fans on it, and he'll get another shot off. That one goes off the glove of Pat. Still battling is Shane Bull, workhorse. And he tries to get it out to Barrett. That one goes through the skate of Barrett back out of the zone. He'll chip it up for Bull. Bull trying to put a bit of pressure on. He fights fast Todorov. Oh, Todorov throws a hit on him, but Bull keeps going. Andriaki. And Todorov's just throwing the body around right now. He's not even trying to play the puck, and he loses his stick, and a good shot from Gato. They're giving an opportunity for the Lakers. Bull just misses that one, and backdoor shot, and a big save from Patton. He shuts down a goal opportunity for the Lakers right there. If he wasn't there, that one finds the back of the net. And another shot opportunity there. Dickinson scores! The Lakers take the 3-2 lead. Dickinson comes down, sees the puck slide out. He makes the choice to go down, pinch in, shoots it, goes off the glove of Liam Gross and finds the back of the net. What a goal for 7-4.
The dog Dickinson, and what did we say? The more shots on goal the Lakers get, it's eventually going to pay off, and with Ryan Dickinson's 5th goal this season, it sure did. The defenseman paying off in the 3-2 lead of the late in the second period. That's going to be coming into play big time here, Kyle.
Yeah, that was a yucky shot from the point. Just goes straight past the Pat. It hits his glove and it goes through. That just is a testament of how powerful the shot of Ryan Dickinson is, where it just moves the glove back and flies out into the back of the net.
Absolutely, an absolute ripper to set the Lakers up by 1. And Cal Shell alert as the Bengals tried to catch the Lakers sleeping there right after a monumental goal. Cal Shell, you know, still calm, cool, and collected.
And that's the 5th goal on the season for Ryan Dickinson. One of the point leader on the defense for this Lakers team. And he also has the highest plus-minus rating in the SUNYAC this season. So he's been on the ice for a slew of Oswego goals all season long. But on the reverse of that, he hasn't been on whenever the other teams are scoring against the Lakers. It's not when Dickinson's on the ice.
Yeah, no, he's not too shabby. He's definitely a staple of this team. And when he's on the ice, the success rate of Lakers high.
As McQuaid's getting this one, they have a 2-on-0 opportunity, and McQuaid's going to try to do a forehand backhand. Sails that one across the net. He had Calabufo with him. Couldn't connect on it. They were a bit too close, so he tries to take it himself. Coming up is Gavrilovic. He's going to dump it over to LaValle. LaValle chips it back. And a battle ensuing as Robillard and Kozyrev were on each other. Sleeth takes it around the back of the net himself. He tips it up to Bunka. Bunka decides to try to get it going, and they're just a bit offsides, but the Lakers don't touch it. So coming the other way now is Bizal. Dancing around a few players, and now Oswego has possession again. Flack taking it up the far side boards through the neutral zone. He's going to try to chip it down in, and a baseball swing at the point from Mikash keeps that one from entering the Buffalo State zone. No icing called, as the puck battle was undetermined by who was there first. Bunch of traffic in front as Barrett's going to be able to get a stick on and just get it out of the zone. Flack's going to try to do a spinorama, get that one down to Grimshaw. He just wasn't prepared for that one. Didn't expect it coming. Warmoth goes down, pinches, gets it to the point. Throws it down on net. Lakers forecheck ensues. Trying to do a full ice pass there. They couldn't connect on it. Goes the length of the ice, and the Lakers get another icing in their favor, going back down to the Buffalo State zone. 32 shots through 2 periods of play, a minute 23 left to go in the second period. Lakers lead 3-2.
Yeah, you know, looking at the score of this game, it doesn't seem, you know, it's not a crazy difference in the score, but I think that the Lakers really have controlled this second period. They've done everything right. You know, I'm sure a lot of the goals, they want a couple more goals to go their way that they had a chance to attempt, but no, I think it's been a very, very successful second period for the Lakers.
As Smart's coming down alongside the boards. He's going to try to get in front for Fudger. Couldn't connect on that. Now coming up across the boards is Figueroa. Figueroa's going to take it down into the zone himself. Stopped by Barrett back behind the net. He's going to rim it around the boards. 1 minute left to play in the second period.
It's crunch time here.
Smart's going to try to take it up. Gets it over to Fudger. But a good play alongside the boards by Logar to keep it going for Buffalo State. And that one's going to be shot on net from the point and covered by Shell. Buffalo State, they haven't looked bad at all whatsoever this game. They were getting good opportunities. They just haven't had the puck luck of the Lakers so far in this game, Shetler.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both teams, 32 shots, 20 shots. That's a lot of shots in the game. And I'm sure a lot for both teams. They'd rather have some shots go their way. But the Bengals have definitely been putting in. They've been burning that midnight oil, and they've been really trying to get this puck in the back of the net. And with 42 seconds left, now's the time to do it and take this game into the third period tied.
As Gato drops that one off for Shane Bull. Gato's going to take this one in himself now, and he shoots, he scores! Toe drag, snipes it, laser straight to the top left corner. On a good rush opportunity there, the Lakers score again late in the second period, extending the lead 4-2, and what a play right there, Shetler.
That is just what they need. Gato ripping it. Oh, man, that's a thing of beauty. Slow it down right in the corner of the net. It doesn't get any better than that. Connor Gato with his 4th goal this season. That was a yucky shot, top shelf, where mama keeps the cookies. That was beautiful.
And that was like an archer right there. They pulled it back, and bullseye did not miss his target at all whatsoever. Another great saying in the sport of hockey, wheel snipe and Sally, Shetler.
That was beautiful and just what they needed with less than a minute left. Going up by 2 goals, setting themselves up in prime position for success here as we enter the third period.
And an icing call against the Bengals means that the Lakers are going to find themselves for a face-off back down in the Bengals zone once more. Lakers really dominating the face-off circle so far in this game. As Sleet's going to take this one. Looks like he's going against Patton. Or no, that's Glamos. And the Bengals are just going to try to dump this one down and keep it out of their own zone. As a decent amount of damage in the last 2 minutes from the Lakers. They get 2 goals near back-to-back. 3.9 seconds left. Just get the puck out of your zone. Don't give it the chance for Gross to have another one squeak behind him, which really not much he could do on those goals.
Yeah, what a way to change the pace of this game. A stalemate for almost the entirety of the second period. And then right as we get to the later stages, 2 huge goals, and Gato really just picked up the momentum for the Lakers. A clutch goal in crunch time of the second changes things for the third.
And that's going to be the final buzzer of the second period as the Oswego State Lakers notch home 2 very crucial goals late in the second period in the last final couple of minutes. Crucial goals to extend the lead to 4-2. I mean, Shetler, you were saying just minutes before they got that first goal how crucial and important it's going to be for them to get that third goal to take the 1-goal lead. But now that they take the 2-goal lead, you know what they say, the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in the sport of hockey. So what do the Lakers have to do to make sure that they don't get complacent being 2 goals up?
Yeah, absolutely. This game flipped on a dime, and they cannot get complacent. Just as you said, you took the words right out of my mouth. They got to really keep going. They've been doing everything right. They've been playing great hockey, but the third period is when it matters the most. They got to keep executing. They can't change anything. They've been playing tremendous. The shots on goal have been great. They got to keep putting their pedal to the metal and sitting comfortably at a 4-2 lead. They can't get complacent, like you said, Kyle.
Being complacent will be the biggest mistake they can possibly have. They have to keep the pedal to the metal, as you said. Keep grinding it out. Try to extend the lead more. It's at the point of the season now where we've mentioned they have to win out to get first place of the SUNYAC. You can't take anything off.
Oh, yeah.
If you want that home ice advantage, you have to just go all in 100%, which they seem to have been doing so far this game. The Bengals putting in their fair share of their good effort as well. Not the same puck luck, just a couple of good shots for the Lakers find the twine.
Yeah, the Lakers know exactly what's at stake, but the Bengals want to take it from them. And the Bengals also have a lot at stake, too. They're not going to come into this game just letting them get the win, and the Lakers really showing up here tonight.
And we're going to send it to break, and when we come back, it'll be the Intermission Show with Thomas Turgeon, Tommy Tallarino, and Merrick Katowski. I'm Kyle Spizak, and Shiesty Shetler signing off for now.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm going to drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely going to call a ride home.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Well, after 2 periods of play, the score may be completely different, but up here on the perch, it's the same 2 score predictions that still stand after 40 minutes of play. It's the Lakers leading 4-2, and welcome back to the perch. the Intermission Report, Tommy Tellerino, Merrick Patowski. Those two guys still actually have predictions that stand. Tommy at 4-2, Merrick at 5-3, I believe.
Yeah.
So both of those are still good. Once again, mine in the trash can right behind me. Either way,
You're
it's
not
a
good at
different.
predicting scores.
I'm
we know
not.
that, sir.
It's like his parlays.
It's not. But either way,
How are ya?
Either way, it's a 4-2 game at the end of the second period. Just get your overall thoughts. It was a completely different style compared to that first period of play.
Well, Thomas, while you were eating your popcorn chicken poutine, I was watching the game out there, and I saw not a lot happen in the first 10 minutes. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was kind of slow. Oswego got off to a power play. I could have looked worse, could have looked a lot better, I thought. But at the end, lightning struck twice, and Oswego scored.
Absolutely. Definitely a change of pace from the first period. We saw a lot more possession-driven plays, not too many rushing opportunities. Oswego definitely dominated the possession time that period compared to Buffalo State. Buffalo State, though, they still had some good chances, especially in the rush. That first line, man, when they're out there, looks like a completely different team. They really just dominate the ice out there.
That line you're talking about, Frazee, Glamos, and Kozarev. Glamos with already 2 goals today, but on the other hand, the offense has been good. Talk about the physicality. It's been all over the place. I mean, let's just take a look at just some of the few pieces of chippiness that we've had over this game so far. It's been a grind for both of these teams.
Let's get physical here in the Deb tonight. I mean, you're seeing some hits. We saw an elbow the first period. That's how physical it's been getting. But they've been slamming in the boards, hitting each other. I mean, it's just been a good, classic, old-fashioned hockey game.
That's right. Oswego Lakers, they're trying to wear them down. Buffalo's starting to slow down, as we just mentioned. I think the physicality has a big part to do with that. We saw them driving the net, knocking down the goalie, getting in his head a little bit, knocking him off his game. He was a little shaken off, but definitely physicality being a main talking point in the first and second periods, wearing them down and just trying to slow them down any way that they can.
And talking about rattling his head, Gross getting 2 goals scored on him in the final 5 minutes. And you look at this team, it really has been a physical matchup on the other hand. And we talk about physical. Fredonia, a team that's rather physical. They're getting out physicaled right now. It's a 5-1 game down in Cortland. But we'll look at the goals first here from the second period of play. Ryan Dickinson first being able to get one through that got edged off the glove of Gross. And then Connor Gatto being able to tally the second one in the final minute. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Dickinson does it all. He calls games, he scores goals, he plays defense, gets points. There's nothing this man can't do.
And plus minus.
That's right, sir. Number 5 in the SUNY. And he's got a birthday tomorrow on Senior Day.
That last Oswego goal, beautiful play. Goalie was screened by his own defender. Gato scores. We saw the goalie stand there in position, wondering, what did I do wrong? Was I out of position? But perfectly placed shot there by Connor Gato.
It was absolutely a thing of beauty, and 2 goals lead to a 2-goal lead for the Oswego State Lakers. As we'll take a look at the period summary to recap what's now been 40 minutes of play here in the Deb as the Lakers look to get a huge 2 points. We'll take a look here as Oswego State, they've had the better hand in shots there, Tommy.
Yeah, they've been getting a lot more shots on goal. You saw it there in the last period. But they're also winning the face-off battle. You know, Connor Sleeth has been getting in there in the face-off circles, and he's winning majority of them. What'd you see over there, Merrick?
We saw that the Buffalo State players on the face-off especially, they like to jump. And when they jump, they get that warning. Get a second warning, you're in the box. So they jump on that, and that allows Oswego to win those easily. They don't want to take any chances putting Oswego on the power play. So that's why we see those face-off numbers so skewed towards the Lakers' favor.
On the other hand, you look at block shots, Buffalo already with 13 and keeping pucks away from Gross to keep things a little bit easier for him. But we'll make things a little bit easier for you guys at home and not talk as much. And we'll send it down to Maddie Flood, who's ringside. Maddie, take it away.
We're not on yet, right? I'm here with Matt Green, who is not only a fan of the Oswego State Lakers, but he was also the GM. And what seasons were you the GM?
What season was I here?
Yes.
I attended Oswego from 2017 to 2021, some of the best years of my life, and, well, you could say I just couldn't stay away.
And what brings you back to the Deb tonight?
I'm here with a couple of my good friends, Jason and Brandon Ladd. He's also an alumni here, did WTOP 10, and we're just up here having a good time watching a good old-fashioned Laker hockey game because there's there's nothing like a Laker hockey game. There truly isn't.
And speaking of a Laker hockey game, what do you think about the game so far?
You know, I thought it was really good. I mean, we got a nice sizable lead over Buff State, which is great. I'd love to see a Laker victory when I have it, and especially whenever that goal comes in, the energy is high here, and it's always so great to be in the wheelhouse for that, that's for sure.
Is there anything you could think of that you think the Lakers need to do to maintain this lead going into the third period?
You know, just keep pushing that pressure. I mean, I feel like whenever I've watched, at least as long as I've been here watching the games, like the Lakers, they keep putting that pressure on their opponent. I always thought that was the edge. Just keep pushing the pressure, and the goalies, you know, they'll choke and keep the game going. It's just, I've always loved the Laker energy, bigger than any team in my opinion. So.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Shout out to WTOP 10.
Shout out. And enjoy Sweet Caroline. And
Caroline.
Enjoy the rest of the game.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Matt, a former
That was a surprise.
WTOP alumni, former GM, Marek Potowski, the current GM. Not a big
Trying to
deal.
overthrow the-
Not a big deal as
Not one,
Sweet
not two,
Caroline reigns.
two GMs in the
Two
building.
GMs. And a lot of alumni here this weekend here in the DAB, as it is senior weekend, and you look at this game as a whole. Oswego put on a little more insurance on the end with that Cargato goal. How do they keep the mojo going? They looked like they had a lot of assertiveness in that second period of play. What's got to change, and what they got really enhanced in a way?
I'd say what they have to change is just try to stop a little bit of the transition offense for Buffalo. That Buffalo first line is fast. That might be one of the fastest lines I've seen out here in the SUNY. But on the offensive end, I would just try to keep looking for shots on rebounds, just putting pressure on the goalie.
If you're the Lakers, you're going to be real conservative here. You're going to try to keep the puck in Buffalo's zone as much as possible. If you're Buffalo, though, you're going to be going after every loose puck that you can, trying to force those turnovers and getting real aggressive. We're going to see towards the end of the period, if they can't put up one, they're really going to go after the forward check. But if you're the Lakers, get it deep, get the possession, don't turn it over. That's going to be the key for the Oswego Lakers.
They're going to look to try and play a chip and chase game. Both teams have really been flying that offensive zone and trying to get some odd man opportunities, but we'll see how things go in the third period, as that'll do it up for us here in the second intermission report. When we come back, it'll be Kyle and Chet. Stay tuned.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Breeze, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally, get that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outer Open studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Hello, friends, and welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena for some Period 3 action between the Oswego State Lakers and the Buffalo State Bengals. The Lakers lead the Bengals 4-2 after 40 minutes of play. And before we dive into anything else, I want to give a quick shout out to Jared Wakefield. He was supposed to be on the call tonight, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, he was not able to make it. So we give our best wishes to Mr. Wakefield here tonight. But getting into puck drop a minute away, the Lakers really rallied within the last couple of minutes, Shetler. If they can ride that momentum going into the start of this third period and maintain it throughout, do you think that they're unstoppable in this game?
I think so. That was an absolutely electrifying last 5 minutes of play for the Lakers. And if they if they come back on the ice and they play the same way, I think no doubt in my mind that the Lakers are able to take home the win tonight. But it is how they exit the locker room and hit the ice right away. We're going to determine to see if they're still rocking and rolling. It's all about how they perform right off the gate in the third, and they got to finish strong. They got to play a nice 20 minutes of hockey. I got my refreshments. I got a nice Diet Pepsi I'm sipping on, and I'm ready for some Lakers action right here at the Deb, Kyle. I'm hyped.
As third period action is set to get underway here in just a second. Taking the faceoff for the Lakers will be Tommy Cahill. Taking it for the Bengals will be their star of the night, Glamos. As they get ready to first puck drop here, the official winds into the circle, and puck drop is underway. The Bengals win it away to start the period. Right away, the puck goes back down to the Lakers zone. No icing called, waved off. Rolling that one behind the net is LaValle. Back down into the other corner. McQuaid battling with Kozyrev. This one's going to pop out for Leonard. Leonard's just going to chip that one back down behind the net as Kozyrev's going to pick that one back up again. Tries to wheel it up to the point to Leonard. Leonard kicks it across to his D partner Ford. And almost a miscue there, but they're able to get back and maintain possession of the puck. Barrett takes it now after catching it. He's going to swing it up to Cahill. Cahill stops and pauses at the blue line, looking for somewhere to move the puck. He's just going to dump it down in the corner. Nothing he could do with it. Buffalo State took away all the passing lanes. That one's thrown in front and backhanded back down into the corner by Bunka, but Buffalo State's coming out with it now as Gato tries to get a stick on it. Can't do so. And Bull's going to take it back behind the red line. Bounces it off the half board back to Robillard. He dumps it back off to Bull once more. He's going to dump it back down into the far corner as he crosses the red line. Forecheck on his own. He'll get possession of it. He throws it in front for Andriaki, or I believe that's Andriaki. Almost an opportunity there.
Yeah, that could have been a bad start for the Bengals as already down 2. That would have been detrimental.
As it goes back down into Buffalo State zone, wrapped around the boards. They're going to call it off, say it hit an Oswego stick as it's picked up behind the net by Robillard. He throws it up to Fleck. Fleck dumps it down. Sleeth on the forecheck. Couldn't get there in time as bringing it up the ice is Blanco now. And a bit of a miscue there. Pass goes straight to Dickinson's stick. But the Bengals are able to keep it in, thrown back down in the corner by Figueroa. Dickinson's going to chase it into the corner. Avoids the hit, gets the puck. They're coming out now. Grimshaw and Sleeth have a 2-on-2. Addison's joining along with them. Tries to get an off-court angle shot off. Ends up deflecting into the back of Blanco. This one gets out for Sleeth. He's in the high slot now. He's taking it. He's going to take a shot, and it's just going to hit the pad of a Buffalo State player. Sleeth does a quick start and stop, change in direction now. Takes it up the circle. Just chucks it down on net. Not much he could do with the puck there. Does the safe option. Just throw it on net and get a face-off.
Yeah, and like I said, the Lakers picking up right where they left off. You see they had another couple of opportunities right out the gate here. Seems like they're not slowing down with the momentum that they carried over from the last period. But yet again, still trying to find that groove as they did in the beginning of the first and the beginning of the second. Kind of just jockeying for position early on in these periods.
As Noah Bull winds up to take the face-off. And he'll try to win that back. He will. Warmoth will get it at the point. And Warmoth throws it on net, and a penalty is going to be called on the Bengals as a hooking call, most likely on Smart. He had the perfect opportunity to nail home another rebound chance in front, gets hooked and isn't able to get his stick on the puck as we take a look at this replay, Shetler.
Yeah, look at, oh yeah. Yeah, you see it right there. That would have been a great opportunity. You know, the call, it was the right call there. And the Bengals going to pay the price, and now down a guy. Lakers could capitalize and make this thing more out of hand than it already is.
And the Bengals lose a key player for 2 minutes. Glamos gets called on the hooking there. He'll spend 2 minutes in the sin bin as there's 17-17 left to go in the third period. Lakers trying to use this power play advantage, or power play opportunity to get their advantage even more expanded and try to get 3 goals here.
Yeah, Glamos had a pretty silent second period after a tremendous first, so him in the box is definitely going to be detrimental.
Swarma takes a shot there, and that one's going to be able to get cleared out. Bengals will send it the full length of the ice. Shell will have to recollect it behind the net. He leaves it for Warmoth. Warmoth up to Calabufo. Calabufo over to McQuaid. McQuaid's going to take this one down, and he tries to find Calabufo in front, just couldn't connect on it, but Sleeth picks it back up. Back down to Gato. Back up to Sleeth. Warmoth over to McQuaid. McQuaid's going to take that one in. He takes a shot that goes straight into Calabufo's chest. Warmoth with a shot opportunity there. Gets to the waffle board of Gross and ends up going the full length of the ice. 1 minute left to go on the power play for the Lakers. And Shetler, they've had the same problem all year round. Power play just not being able to score. They're getting a few okay shots off. What do they need to do here in the last 55 seconds?
Yeah, not let their foot off the gas like they're doing right now. They really need to fire. They got to keep it going. No lackadaisical play because the 2 minutes go by really fast. They got to take every chance they get.
Must have taken an encyclopedia out on that one. Lackadaisical.
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing out all the vocab here, Kyle. Only the finest.
Quite the extensive vocabulary there, as this one's going to go the length of the ice. It's going to be covered up by Gross, and a face-off will take place on the far side face-off circle in the Buffalo State zone.
No, I consider myself to be an astute scholar. I don't only talk for a living. I hit the books occasionally.
Producer Jacob Bradley just said, "Are you sure about that?" to you, Mr. Shetler.
Oh, you know, I'm positive. I'm rocking with the Dean's List. You know, I'm a scholar.
Big smart guy out
here. I love
here.
some old hockey, though, you know.
Get a man that can do both. Good grades, commentate games. Can't ask for more than that.
Absolutely. You know, not to toot my own horn, but come on now.
As taking the face-off now is Cahill. He's going to get it back to Addison. Addison rips it over to Bull. He tries to get a shot off. Too much stick work. Couldn't maintain possession. Addison at the point. He'll get it at center ice. He goes to Bull. One-timer opportunity. Ovi's office just hits the back of Captain Allison of the Bengals.
Yeah, that was a ripper by Bull.
Back up to the point. Addison has it now. 5 seconds left to play, or left to go in the power play. And a shot from the red line from Flack. And a shot opportunity in front. Cahill almost notches it. Puts it a little bit too high as we return to full strength, 5-on-5.
Another unexecuted power play there, Kyle.
Grimshaw's got it. He's got it at the face-off circle. He's going to rip that one. Goes off the shoulder of Gross back into the glass. Addison back behind the net. Tries to find Bull. Squeaks past his stick. And they're going to clear the zone, but Roblar's going to drop back, regroup, circle around, pick it up. D-to-D pass over to Bunka. He's going to skate it a little bit before he tries to rip it over to Robillard. Lucky play there as it goes off Robillard's leg, and Fudger drops the player there. But now coming up the other side is Glamos.
Yeah, Parker Allison dropped there. He's going to feel that in the AM.
And Bunka's coming down now. Bunka's going to take a shot. That one goes straight into the chest of Ford.
Bunka's hungry for another.
Ford's going to skate it up himself now. He's looking backdoor for Ovi's office. That one gets skied over the net. Back out of the zone. It's going to be picked up by Patton. Patton looking across the ice, but it bounces off the boards and goes to Bunka as he D-to-Ds passes it. Robillard. Up to Andriaki. He's going to use his size to get around him. And he throws it in front looking for Bull. Hit the stick. Just bounces over a little bit too much mustard on that pass. Stuck in the skates of Todorov as coming up now. Bizal. And they get a shot opportunity there in front. That one goes over the top of the net after a rip from Mikosh.
Little forearm block from Shell there.
As it goes up to the point, able to keep that in. was Todorov and a blocked shot from Cal Shell. Back to Dickinson. Dickinson gets thrown into the boards. He keeps fighting on. Andriaki takes a hit as well, but he freezes the puck with him. They manage to keep it onside there, and no, Bull, Shane Bull rips it, post and in. You can't get more precise than that. Woo! Rings it off the post. Make her sing a little bit before it hits the twine.
Yeah, that was a beautiful tune. Doing right in the post and then rips it in the back of the net. Shane Bull, you know, my player to watch. 9 goals of the season, stepping up big time. And boy, is this getting out of hand. That was a beautiful goal by Shane Bull. Kyle, if I do say so myself. Masterclass. And there's Jason from Juan Zones repping. He's hyped.
And that now makes that the 5th point in 3 games for Shane Bull. He had a goal and 3 assists in the span of his last 2. Add another goal onto that tally here tonight. He has been electric this season.
Yeah, electric. I couldn't have said it better myself. He had a goal for the 6-0 blowout against Morrisville. You know, that was a heck of a game. And then Shane Bull continuing to dominate and stepping up when DiCarlo out of action here tonight.
And drop back down into the zone. Barrett's going to try to get that up to McQuaid. McQuaid takes some pressure from Leonard. Now coming up is Cahill. Cahill is an opportunity there. It's going to tip off the stick of Ford, go into the bread basket of Gross, and getting tossed down to the ice is smart. Or Calabufo. A little bit of extracurriculars going on. McQuaid and somebody on Buffalo State are going at each other.
I think they're asking each other what their plans for spring break are.
Him and Leonard, you know, just friendly chat. See, they're still talking. They're just good buddies.
They're good buddies.
Doing a little bit of catching up.
They're asking if they want to hit Sub Shop later. I mean, it's got to be what they're talking about.
What else would they be talking about?
Yeah.
He's looking at him. He's like, listen, I got you. You don't have to worry about it. It's on me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got you, buddy.
McQuaid's got some dining dollars left. He's going to treat them, you know? It's got to be that.
You got to flex out the boy. As both players end up going to the box, it's going to be offsetting penalties, so no players will be lost, or maybe it will. It'll be a 4-on-4. My apologies. I thought it was going to remain 5-on-5. As we have a 4-on-4, you know what that means, Shetler? A lot of open ice and a lot of room to score here for the next 2 minutes.
Opportunities for both teams here, and if there's a time to turn around for the Bengals, it is right now.
They got to try to use some speed and their size because they are a very large team. They got to try to use that to their advantage. Push the outside and try to work the middle once they take it outside. Get some rebound opportunities in front. It's Calabufo's coming down the wing now. He's going to stop. Halts to a stop. Gets it up to Wormuth. Over to Barrett. Barrett's going to shoot that one. He rips it. Goes into the bread basket. And a face-off right where the 4-on-4 began 28 seconds ago.
Yeah, Gross seeing a lot of action so far in the third. And some of them he's let by, but some of them he's doing a great job, you know, right? That one keeps it right in, preventing a even more out-of-hand game, you know?
And the clocks are a bit mismatched on the penalties right now. It states Oswego's got a minute 34 while Buff State has a minute 32. So the refs are going to go over to the scorer's table, get that reconfigured. Make sure everything's even and equal. Don't want any team to have an advantage over the other.
Absolutely.
12:28 left to go in the third period. The Lakers lead 5-2. You're watching WTOP 10's coverage of Oswego State men's ice hockey. I'm Kyle Spizak. Joining me is Michael Scheisty Shetler, and we have been in store for one roller coaster of a game so far, haven't we, Mike?
Yeah, Spiffy Spies, this has been a great game. A lot of ups and downs, a stalemate second period that turned into a disaster for the Bengals, and then right out the gate, the Lakers came out swinging, stuck another goal into the net there, and sitting at a 5-2 comfortable lead. Not enough to hang up the boots yet. They got 12 minutes, 28 seconds left, and they got to execute just like they have been this whole game.
And with how long that pause was between plays, Dr. Shetler, I think that was enough time for you to go and get your degree in hymnonomics.
Hymnonomics, you know, I got my degree, you know, in the teddy bear toss game. I'm actually going for rhizonometry right now. I'm trying to well endow, you know.
Gotta diversify the assets, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a man of many talents here. As are you.
As coming up the ice now, dumping that one down in is Gavrilovich. Back behind the net, Semrad picks it up. He's going to get it up to Bull. Still a minute and 4 left to go on this 4-on-4. Oswego electing not to push it too crazy, more or less play a possession game, try to milk out the clock the last 10 minutes. You got the 3-goal lead. Yes, it would be nice to add more on, but if you can kind of just ride it out and play it safe, that's not a bad choice either.
Yeah, you know, they're just trying to burn the clock, not make any fatal mistakes that'll put them in a bad predicament.
And a baseball whack from Patton in front there. Trying to do his best Barry Bonds impression, whack that one about 500 feet.
Yeah, no, I almost jinxed myself. They were pushing it down, as I said, just got to burn the clock there. But yeah, that's what they're trying to do, you know, limit the mistakes and just kind of ride this out with a 5-2 lead.
And now Gato's going to dump that one down. Gets back behind the net. They wrap that one around to Ford. And Ford takes a big hit from Gato. Not the biggest guy, but, man, he has some force out there. As Gato, he almost had another chance for 2 on the night.
Oh, whiff that,
He has been sniping the last couple of weeks. And a play, and there's going to be a penalty called. It's going to be a trip. I'm not sure on who, but we will see in a minute. Right now, we're going to throw it over to Madison Flood, as she has an interview right now with the Oswego State Pride Alliance, but we're going to send it over to her right now. Madison, take it away for us.
Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. My name is Madison Flood, and as I mentioned in the pregame show, that it is Pride Night here at the Deb, and I'm sitting with 2 members. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Lil. I'm the president here.
Nice to meet you. And you?
I'm Cam. I'm the treasurer and the director of programming.
So my question is, how long has the Pride Club been at SUNY Oswego? If you can put a date on it. If you can't, that's perfectly fine.
I just know that we've been along for quite a while. We got at least 20 years worth on our wall.
That's amazing. And my one big question I want to ask is, do you have any advice on how we can be better allies for the community? Any tips?
Really just taking the chance to just treat us like normal people is, just be friendly.
Of course. And do you have any advice?
Yeah, I would just say, be supportive no matter what it is. Everybody has their quirks, and, we're all human, and it's good to just be supportive and friendly and loving to everybody, and it makes a good community,
And one last thing, what does Pride Night mean to the community overall?
I think it's just like a great way to kind of introduce ourselves to everybody, and it's really awesome seeing people from town especially come in and, be happy to see us.
And what does it mean to you?
Yeah, as Lil said, it's just seeing everybody in the Oswego community come together and just, be supportive of our club, and it's great to see everybody come and write down on the board and, just being here and supporting everybody. It's nice.
And what is this board that you have right here with a bunch of the sticky notes on it? And okay. Actually, never mind. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me, both of you, and we're going to head back to the game.
And thanks, Madison, for getting us that excellent story, some good information on how you can be an ally to those a part of the LGBT community, as Warmouth takes it along the blue line. He drops a player, and a backdoor rip, and what a shot that was from Calabufo. An absolute clapper, Shetler.
Whew. That had some gas on that one. Oh, I was going to say mustard, but you stole the mustard from me earlier, But, yeah, that was amazing. I'm sure, Maddie with her expert analysis, I'm sure everybody's sick of us talking right now, but this thing's fast-paced,
And that shot, the best way I can describe it, you're a wrestling guy yourself. Ric Flair drip.
Woo! Woo! Couldn't have said it better myself. We Ric Flair strutted down here to the Deb earlier today.
We did,
You had to.
Got to put on a little bit of a performance.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a tough battle in the corner, and Fudger's going to go out front and just using his side. He takes down 3 players. A stick snaps in half. But now Buffalo State's got a little bit of speed coming in, and a great stick from Dickinson shuts down that opportunity. And he's going to chip it up to Smart. Smart gets it across the neutral zone. He's going to dump it down, and he's got some heavy pressure from Leonard. Leonard being double his size, Smart does not care. He's battling like there is no tomorrow. Another corner battle locked up. Buffalo State's going to be able to take possession of it on this one. They try to rip it out, but Semrad's right there to get it. Tipped off the stick of Smart, goes a little wide.
Yeah, Semrad picked that one off.
And now ripping it around the back of the net is Patton. Or sorry, that was Van Uden. Looking for a cross-crease opportunity right there in front, and Shell shuts it down. Brick wall in net, on the ice, sprawled out like a fish. It still can't get past him.
Woo! Brick wall. Calm, cool, collective, Kale, Shell.
Now that's what I call getting shell-shocked, Shetler.
Whew, I like it. No, he stayed. He was very poised there. Could have been disastrous. Shell just stuck that one. He's a brick wall. There ain't no goals getting past him in the third.
As Shane Bowles battling along the side. Gets it up to Andriaki. Andriaki tries to chip it out, but it gets off a body and stays in. So Gato's going to have to go over and pressure this one out himself. Bowles going to get the red line, throw that one down on net. He rips it pretty hard, couldn't get to the glove of Gross. Now dumping that one down, and it is Figueroa. That's just going to go right into Shell's trapper. And a little bit of pushing going on in front of the net. Nothing too much, though. Think that they've calmed down a little bit. Oswego understands that they're in the control of the game now. They can't fall into the retaliation penalties because those have been detrimental to them all year long, whether it's ending up in the box or even just discipline. That's something you have to play with, especially in this part of the season. You have to be well disciplined. You can't let the emotions get to your head. You just have to go out, play hockey, and focus on the one goal at hand, bringing home the W.
Absolutely, and this game is not over yet, but I do give it to the Lakers. They have played a tremendous game. Really, a decently clean game. A couple of penalties here and there, but they were pretty much in control for most part of this game, playing a really clean hockey game, and I think they're going to ride this momentum into tomorrow.
As Buffalo State tries to get this one out of the zone, and it's going to be flown out to Robillard. Bunka's going to sky this one up. Tries to do a little bit of a flare pass to McQuaid. Gets the red line, chips it down into the corner. Gross is going to have to go back behind the net. And now trying to do a stretch pass is Bengals. They couldn't do that, so Warmouth gets it. In the official circle, Grimshaw dumps that one down. Sleeth able to get a hand on that one and slow the shot in. A shot from Warmouth. Gross was just able to get there in time and swallow that one up. Good positioning from Gross to slide over.
Yeah, Gross has had a tough day at the office today. He's been facing a lot of shots. I'm sure he's banged up, bruised up. He's really trying out there. He's let 5 goals in, but it's nothing to hang your head about. I'm sure there's a couple that he wants to take back, but I mean, some of it was Gross, but a lot of it was Oswego just playing tremendous hockey and finding a way to get that goal in the back of the net. Get the puck in the back of the net, excuse me.
Yeah, when you face 43 shots all night long, it's hard to keep them all out of the net. He has been facing an onslaught of this Oswego offense, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see them get to 50 shots by the end of the game.
Yeah, that 43 shots deserves to be highlighted. That is not a common occurrence. 43 shots compared to 25, a complete blowout in shots here tonight.
And another loose puck opportunity in front of the net. Nobody could corral it, though. As coming it up now is Glamos. Glamos, the hero for Buffalo State. 2 goals in the first period. Been quiet since then, as they're going to dump it up to Ford at the point. And a backdoor slap shot. Shell shuts that one down. Whew. It's going to come back out to the stick of Flack. Flack's coming down, drips it to Warmouth. Warmouth back to Flack. Flack, a little bit of a miscue, and it somehow finds the back of the net. Grimshaw gets number 2 on the night. Flack tries to shoot that one. Fans on it. Doesn't matter because you have your brother's back. Trent Grimshaw comes in, pokes it for his second 5-hole goal of this game.
Yeah, a little bounce, little rebound, and Grimshaw rips it right past the legs of Gross, and 5th goal of the season for Trent Grimshaw. This puppy's getting out of hand. 6-2 lead for the Lakers. The fans are chanting, and this thing's getting out of hand. What a goal from Grimshaw to seal the deal pretty much here tonight. And it's looking very slim for the Bengals.
And this is exactly what the Lakers needed at this point in the season. Obviously, started out super hot this season, had a 7-game win streak. They just went on an absolute tear. They ended up reaching up to number 6 in the nation in the USCHO poll. Great start to the season. They had a bit of a slump in the middle there where they lost a few games they probably should have won, such as Morrisville on Teddy Bear Toss night here. We were on the call for that.
Oh, yeah, that was rough.
And Shell just keeps that one out of the net. And a big hit. Todorov throws down Noah Bull. chipped off the glass. But as I was saying, they had a bit of a stretch in the middle of the season where there's some games they probably, and a miscue for the Lakers there, and Todorov's able to just throw that one from the point. Cal Shell was in the corner, completely out of position. Had to try to race and swim back to that one, couldn't get back in time, and just a weird angle. That one manages to go in. Buffalo State now narrows the lead to 3 after a 4th goal for the Lakers.
Yeah, that was a rare occurrence where Cal Shell was out of position. Just a little wonky play there, got out of hand, and Todorov with his 2nd goal of the season makes it a little closer, 6-3, and with 4 minutes and 33 seconds, you know, this game is not necessarily over. But like I said, if Oswego does come out with a win today, that's a huge momentum booster that they really needed heading into tomorrow against Fredonia.
And something I've noticed so far in this game is in the first period, every time the Lakers scored, not long after Buffalo State came back and scored a goal. Here in the 3rd period, that didn't happen in the 2nd period, the Lakers got 2 unanswered. But here in the 3rd, they score again, and what happens right away? Buffalo State answers back. So definitely a good rebound team, the Bengals are, where they get down a little bit, they use that to push their momentum and try to get a goal back.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think it's the Lakers getting too comfortable with the lead. I think it's just the Buffalo State Bengals able to bounce back and not really let the goals get to them.
And that one's just going to go into Shell's shoulder, down below him, and he's going to trap that one on the ice as we got 3:49 left to go. Here in the 3rd period, the Oswego State Lakers lead the Buffalo State Bengals 6-3, shots 46-29. I'm Kyle Spizak. Joining me is Michael Shetler, and you're watching WTOP 10's broadcast of Oswego State men's hockey. The Lakers being very efficient right now, playing a good game, just working hard and getting good angle shots, hard shots, and this is the team that we've been looking for pretty much the last month or 2.
Absolutely. This was a hard-fought game for the Lakers. They did almost everything right, granted a couple penalties, 46 shots, pure domination, really. And, I mean, like, you couldn't have scripted a better game heading into Fredonia tomorrow. This is huge. This is just what they needed. It was a convincing game, and it showed just how talented this Lakers team is heading into a playoff that is ever so competitive.
And trying to narrow the lead, they pulled Gross on that play because it was down in Oswego's zone. We'll have to keep an eye on seeing if they pull Gross again, trying to narrow the lead down, make it as close of a game as possible. Someone's going to get chipped back down into the zone, picked up back behind the net by Leonard. Leonard throws it up along the boards. Cross ice, they're finding Patton. Calabufo intercepts that one. Chips it off the glass, but a weird angle off the glass, and it maintains in the Oswego zone. McQuaid picks it up behind the net, and they are going to pull Gross, matter of fact, so the Bengals have 6 players on the ice in the absence of the goalie. Up to Leonard at the point. Backdoor, they're looking for the Ovies office slapper backdoor. LaValle over to Leonard. Still trying for that backdoor shot. Bringing it across the top is McCosh. McCosh couldn't keep that one on his stick, and it manages to get all the way out of the zone. Lakers have a chance to try to get a bit of a change here, get some fresher legs on the ice, and another one that goes straight into the crowd. And that was not a good one. That one was very quick and went straight in the crowd quite fast.
Yeah.
So 2:40 left to go here in the 3rd period. The puck did happen to hit a fan in the Oswego State stands. We hope that they're all right. Hockey, a very dangerous sport, though. Pucks are very hard, and they can come off very, very fast, especially when you have players playing at such a high skill level as these ones are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's something you never want to see.
Yeah,
and
that's
we wish the best for the fan in the stands who unfortunately caught that puck. So that one's going to go the length of the icing on the Lakers. It'll be back down in their zone, and as it is back in their zone, Gross heads back to the bench, and they add the 6th man once more.
Yeah, I apologize. I was looking at the fan here. She seems to be all right. Yeah, a little more important than the game is the health of the fan over here, but looks like everything's going to be fine. Took a little shot there. Yeah, like you said, it highlights just the true dangers of the game, but nonetheless, you know, Oswego really just trying to seal this game and and send the game into victory here tonight.
And that one is not going to be an icing because Grimshaw's going to beat out. Can Grimshaw get goal number 3? He does! Throw their hats, get them ready, launch them on the ice. That's a hat trick tonight for Trent Grimshaw.
Uno, dos, tres. How about 3 for Grimshaw? Caught him sleeping right in the net. 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece. Grimshaw MVP. 6 goals of the season. 3 of them coming from tonight. Trent Grimshaw has gone off.
And what a performance from Grimmer here tonight. You know, when you come into these games, you don't expect anybody to get a hat trick, but we have seen an onslaught of this Oswego offense. Trent Grimshaw at the forefront of much of that. Some hard shots. 2 of them going 5-hole right past Gross, and that last one there, well, you just watch it. Just hustle, forechecks, beats out the Buffalo State defense, manages to somehow get through all the pressure and body contact, still pokes it in the back of the net, Shetler.
Yeah, Grimshaw wanted that one bad. The hustle to get that goal, and then almost just got another one over there.
And that one goes flying up into the concourse, not even the seats. It flies all the way up to the main concourse.
And the pucks are flying everywhere tonight. But yeah, Grimshaw, what a gritty goal. What a way to just seal the deal here. And 7-3, it's a convincing win. It's a great mental booster as they head into a huge game against Fredonia and a huge playoff run where they can sniff that championship trophy. They got to play like they're playing tonight, and I think they got a great shot heading into the later stages of this season, Kyle.
Yeah, and there's no time like now to get your team ripping as well as the Lakers are. Back to their early season form. 6 goals against Morrisville in their last outing, 5 goals against Brockport, and 7 here tonight against the Bengals. So the offense, they were missing a little bit this season. They are no longer missing. In fact, they have been found, and they have come back harder than ever as Bunka tries to get that one back. And that one's going to go the length of the ice, but it was off of a Buff State stick, so nothing's going to happen in regards to icing. 1:11 left to go in the third period here. Fudger on the forecheck. Smart intercepts that one, and he manages to keep it just onside, and Smart takes a shot. That one ends up in the glass, but Roblart's going to come down, try to rip it on net. That one hits the shin pad of Mikosh back down in the corner. Passing it back is Patton. Patton tries to find somebody. It goes straight to Smart. Smart rails that one off the post.
Met by his friend Pohl. Didn't do him justice.
And Figueroa Frazi's trying to get a little bit of a dangles going. Couldn't do so. 35 seconds left to go in the third. The Lakers are going to take the win here tonight as Noah Bull's trying to go down. He faces some tough pressure from Gavrilovich. And now taking it up is Ford. Cahill's going to rip that one off the glass. 16 seconds. The Lakers are just going to try to run out the clock here. No sense to put any more shots on as Calabufo's going to take that one. Dump it down in the corner. Drain some more. Just keep on milking it, Shetler. And here, what do you know, at the end of 60 minutes, the Lakers are 1 game closer to becoming the first seed in the SUNYAC, expecting that they are able to shut out Fredonia tomorrow night. But this game was an essential win. They needed this one no matter what. So getting it in as big of a fashion as they did, that is electric for this team.
Absolutely a huge momentum booster. But as Kobe Bryant said, job not finished. They got to win tomorrow to secure the 1 seed. The game's just as important. Obviously, celebrate tonight, but get right back to work because they got a huge game tomorrow. A 7-3 victory tonight, huge momentum booster, a beautiful performance by this Lakers team. But it all comes down to tomorrow in the Deb against Fredonia.
And it's going to be a huge, huge, huge matchup tomorrow. I mean, Fredonia, not as high in the standings as Oswego is, but if there's one thing that's been proven in the SUNYAC this year is you cannot pay attention to where teams are in the standings because it doesn't really matter. We've had teams at the top fall to teams at the bottom. We've had teams that in the middle kind of lose to teams at the bottom, and it's just kind of been a hodgepodge of some teams that should definitely win that game faltering. They take a tough loss, and that kind of derails their season for a short bit.
Absolutely, and this has been a complete it's been a crazy season. The seedings, like you said, bouncing back and forth. And the Lakers, after so much adversity, with a chance to lock in that 1 seed tomorrow in a crucial game. Kyle, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be an electric one, but we're not going to focus too much on tomorrow as we just witnessed a fantastic game.
Absolutely.
Buffalo State, although they did lose by 4 goals, that's not to say that they didn't play well. I think that, like we were talking about earlier, conditioning was a huge factor in this game. I think Oswego was just a little bit better conditioned, so they were able to push through the full 60 minutes of the game. And really, that third period is where they just excelled super hard.
Absolutely. Better condition, pedal to the metal. And at the end of the day, the Lakers needed it more. They wanted it more as they embraced right near the center ice. And what a fantastic performance for the Lakers here, as the Lakers with an absolute fantastic showing, a huge momentum booster. Again, no discredit against the Bengals. They brought it, but the Lakers were hungry, and the Bengals, as it got to the later stages of the game, just simply couldn't keep up the pace that Oswego was bringing to them.
That's why I've never heard of a Laker being hungry, but, I mean, hey, they proved it tonight. But right now, we're going to throw it down to Madison Flood at center ice as she's with the hat man himself, Trent Grimshaw. Maddie, let us know about his fantastic night.
Hi, I'm here with number 81, Trent Grimshaw. And Trent, that was an amazing game. 3 goals, I mean, absolutely incredible. What did that win feel like to you, especially in such a big game?
Oh, I mean, it felt awesome. Went on a skid for a little bit, and we've just been battling during practice, and the guys came to fight, so it's awesome. It's awesome to get a win like that.
And what preparations do you need to do for tomorrow night's game against Fredonia?
I think we just need to get home, get some rest, and bring the same game we brought today.
I completely agree. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. Amazing game again. Congratulations. Back to you, Perch.
Thank you, Maddie, and well done, Trent Grimshaw. Welcome to the post-game report. 3 goals for number 81 in white. Thomas Telerio, Merrick Patowski, and myself, Thomas Turgeon, and clearly an eventful one. Just your opening thoughts on that final period of play. Oswego let the floodgates open. Trent Grimshaw with 2 goals and Shane Bull getting 1 as well. Oswego routing the Bengals here in the third period tonight.
Yeah, they kept their foot on the pedal, and they did what they needed to do. They took care of business.
They really looked good in that third period. They finally found their mojo and just absolutely hammered the Bengals towards the end of that third period.
And then we're going to go into those goals, and Shane Bull was the one that opened up the scoring here in the third period. And a little bit of a possible offsides as the coach was furious, but take a look, an absolute rip.
Yeah, that was a very close call, but great shot there on the second goal, and then, of course, great play here to set up the third. Just a misplay and right through the 5-hole. Goalie was out of position, so what a way to end it. This one kind of tough for Cal Shell. Went around the net, tried to play it. Wasn't able to get back in time. Kind of a tough look, as you can see, as frustration. And there's the third goal, the hat trick. What a play to hustle back, negate the icing, and outman both defenders for Buffalo State.
And Tommy, on the other hand, look at that game summary. Oswego, power play didn't matter tonight for either team, and both of the power plays have been red hot as of late. But on the other hand, look how many shots Oswego peppered Gross with, and clearly they found the back of the net on about 1/8 of those shots.
Yeah, I mean, they kept the puck in the offensive end for most of the game. They had great puck management, winning most of the face-offs. They did what they needed to do here.
Yeah, great job in the third. Those 2 power plays, they helped out a ton because that killed off 4 potential minutes of Buffalo State possession. So they did a really good job holding possession and holding the puck in the Buffalo State Bengals zone. Great job overall on the power play.
And on the other hand, we look as the standings are flashing across your screen. Oswego now has gotten part 1 of the 2-headed monster done to try and get that first place seed. Cortland, on the other hand, they took to town on the Fredonia Blue Devils tonight, an 8-1 final score, as Fredonia will be locked up in that 6th seed, and Cortland definitely handed it to them tonight. So on the other hand, you look at Oswego, how they move forward. They get a win in the bag tonight, celebrate, and move forward. Am I right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I completely agree with you right there.
8-1, that's going to be huge for Fredonia coming into Oswego tomorrow. They just got peppered, outplayed, outshot on that game, and wow, they're going to come in tired tomorrow. So hopefully the Lakers can take advantage of that.
And then for something else to note, Fredonia, a little bit of a different style of play. Coach Gosick saying how they like to pack it in a lot, keep things a little bit slower, a little bit less action. So how do the Lakers kind of transform their style in less than 24 hours?
The Blue Devils, we saw this last year. They put the pedal to the metal in their game against Oswego. So They might come out with a different tactic, try to wear down the Lakers, because right now they potentially might meet each other in the SUNYAC playoffs. So both teams going to get a great gauge on each other, try to feel each other out through that first period, and I think that both teams are really going to pick up the pace going into the second and third tomorrow.
Absolutely, and as the season winds down, so do our hockey productions here at WTOP 10. We have a few seniors that we'd like to recognize here tonight, as it's their last games on the hockey crew until playoffs come around. Our first one being our director tonight, Stephanie Genesi, also our productions assistant for WTOP 10, has done a wonderful job this year. So congratulations to her. And on the other hand, the man all the way to the left of me, the godfather of WTOP 10, Merrick Patowski. You're able to say your goodbyes on air.
Oh,
the
look at that.
attack.
Beautiful graphic there by our producer, Jacob Bradley. I'm honored to have my amazing shocked face on the YouTube of WTOP 10 forever. So it's been a pleasure working with you all, and it's an honor to be here with you two studs on the perch. My first ever men's hockey game. I've never worked a game. I've been too busy with the
saving the day for everything else.
Yeah, that's right.
The backbone of our productions.
That's right. So it was a pleasure working with you guys, of course, for the 4 years I've known you. Always a pleasure, always a good time.
Absolutely,
so
sir.
Appreciate you guys helping me out and inviting me onto the perch today.
Absolutely. It was our pleasure,
Yes.
and it was a great one here tonight as the Lakers take the 2 points against Buffalo State, a 7-3 final score. The next broadcast will be tomorrow night for senior night. Puck drop at 7 o'clock. Pregame show will be at 6:30. You'll see this man on the pregame show once again, as well as Jake Bradley and Luke Rosenthal. Absolutely, yes, him. But that'll do it for tonight for our producer, Jacob Bradley, director Stephanie Genesi, Kyle Spizak, Michael Shetler, and Maddie Flood, Merrick Patowski, Tommy Tallerino, and all of our crew. This has been Thomas Turgeon saying good night and so long and say a lot.